So is there anything you
Housewives of
guys want to do
Barovia.
other than crash and get rested, or?
I want to tuck in my children, make sure each of them are safely
And say their
in their
Yeah.
little
prayers.
Betty Buys.
So, hey,
I go to
Dad.
my room. I think we had this one.
Well, there's enough room. There's enough room in here for all of us to. We could have a little sleepover, a little family sleepover.
We'd have to curl up beds and blankets, and you get
Sleep
sweaty when you
over.
cry. So I'm gonna go to bed.
You get sweaty when you cry.
It's true.
And this is what my voice sounds like.
Good job.
Yes.
I told you, Chad. I promised you. Seamless. I promised you.
Go to sleep.
Okay, yeah, I think that's.
Go for one.
The darkness, do not sleep.
Okay, yeah. So we've got Octavius tucked up in this bed, Gemma tucked up in this bed. Trip is a big boy. He gets to sleep in his own bed, his own room.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
fair.
the two grown-ups being Seth and Douglas sleep in here. Now, or
I
is
was in here with
Douglas
that.
choosing to sleep in here with the children
I
tonight?
was hoping the kids would let me sleep just a little closer tonight. I promise I won't snore too loud.
Of course.
If I do,
Spare bed for whiskey.
Yeah, there you go. So we can all get a good night's sleep.
Okay.
It's fine, Dad.
Just don't snore, Dad.
You know what to do if I do.
Wake
Cool.
you up.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, you all amazingly fully rest, and that counts as a long rest, so everybody's fit, healthy, and return to normal and full come the morrow. Okay. Once you've done that, you can all venture downstairs if you wish for a delicious breakfast.
I'm gonna roll my portent for the day.
Oh, we're going to do the
Yes.
portent rolls. Okay, let's have them.
First one.
Oh, one? That's a good one.
Oh, that's so
Ooh.
good.
A one is
Okay.
So
great.
good.
Come on, 20.
You can make anyone fail.
13.
That's still not bad.
13,
Not bad.
okay? 1 and a 13. We'll take it.
Woo! I'll
Ooh.
put down portent for anyone who's curious what that is again. There you go.
All right. And we'll move you downstairs for breakfast. And you can decide on what it is you guys want to do today.
Family meeting.
Or your panel is set to the sound thing, so
My panel is set to the
people
sound
can't
thing.
see the portent ruling.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't. Oh, for some reason I'm gonna have to turn that off and back on again in roll 20. Because it's
Yay.
frozen, that's why. There we go. Oh, now that's popped out. Don't do that. There we go. Alright. There's Jane's portent rolls. A 1 and a 13. Cool.
So,
What's up, Ninja? Good to see you. Also, before we go any further, let me, while I remember, going back to the very start, alright, Chris Tactics, End Times Prophets, Jane Ivarna, Parkinsil, RPG Guru, Satchmo, Mythical Paladin, Bloodbender, Saska, Wambi, Cody Early, Open-Handed Badger, The Snuggler, Junk Farmer, Flanzig, Terra Pixels. All of you, thank you for the resub. Neo Gambit gifted a sub to Devil's Hole Pupfish, and Wambi gifted a sub to Neo Gambit. So tons and tons and tons of happy follows. And
And we're
Hands
still
up.
mad at the first person who did it because the hype train started. We weren't even live.
that was
We
me.
ruined everything.
Thanks.
so thank you
Was
for
it?
all of those while
Close,
I
anyway.
remember.
I think it was me actually.
To the
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Oh,
your
it was
fault.
you?
It's
It's all of our faults.
always Douglas's
Ninja-
fault.
Not mine.
I was
Ninja is
excited.
a 102-month subscriber. Can we throw him a party?
Right, 102. That's a lot.
Who?
Ninja.
Ninja's
Ooh,
102.
dang.
Good.
Yeah, there was some long timers in there. I saw 101, 102.
Easy.
Yeah, forever. Forever. That's how long you've been with us.
There was a couple 65s.
From the
though.
day.
Thanks.
Yep, there you go, Ninja
Two
JV.
and counting.
102 and counting. Love you, dude. Thank you, guys.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, what does this day hold in store for the Mildwood family? Recently, you facilitated a political coup, as it were, in this town. No longer is the town under the rule of Baron Vargas Volakovich. It is now under the rule of Lady Fiona Wachter. And you can hear, the few patrons that are here are kind of like quietly whispering about that very thing. So, do we still have to smile? Is it still necessary for us to walk around with false grins on our faces? Well, I don't know. I suppose that Lady Wachter will perhaps make a proclamation. Perhaps hold a meeting in the town square, yeah? I don't know. I certainly hope so. And then you hear from one of the older gentlemen, that is if bringing down the Baron and changing the demeanor of all the people. For 100 years the devil has not set foot in Vallaki. Perhaps a change from this will bring the devil to our gates once more. So you can definitely pick up there's kind of a feel, like a lot of the younger people seem to either have no care in the world, no relevance or opinion whatsoever. They're just still sitting there in their gloomy, no-souled, deja vu kind of like drifting days. And the handful that might have souls seem to be very divided on whether this is a good thing or a potentially bad thing. But other than that, yeah, the day is yours. What do you wish to do?
Didn't y'all mention and then I stopped talking.
Oh, yes,
Nothing.
brother.
Sorry.
Yes, we have something we need to attend to. I have to go bot.
What?
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 You haven't had
No.
to do that in so long.
But, well, it's been a long night, brother. Could you assist me, I guess?
I don't know. I'll keep
What is
going.
happening?
The resub!
Denizens of the dark are after him. Quick,
Stop.
look out!
34
No.
bucks, stop.
Yes. Away!
You don't need me to help?
No,
We have our little song, our little putt-putt
Oh,
song.
God
no,
damn it.
my brother has it for some better
These two.
reason.
As you guys are walking towards the door, in walks the two sons of Lady Fiona Wachter. These are the ones that you almost got into a very unpleasant altercation with, or at least Trip did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Out of nowhere. I loved it.
Nikolai and Carl. They come in with a very kind of... They're always kind of swaggery, but they've got more bravado about them this morning. Their chests are pushed out just a little extra. And they're a little bit more full of themselves, because now, technically, they're like, one step down from ruling this town. As they walk in, one of them goes, "Oh yes, you," and points directly at Trip. "I've got something for you. From my mother."
Well, that's welcome news.
Yes, mother has secured something for you. She thinks you will be most pleased, and she asked us to escort you to a viewing. Yes, quite this way. Come, all of you, come.
Do we
Right.
go, Dad?
Don't forget to fetch your daddy. Can't be walking the streets without your daddy and your big strong uncle, can you? No, hurry up. Fetch him. Fetch them both.
You might want to be wary of them. They've gotten you the seat you sit.
Oh, that's fine. Mama will surely make sure that, everybody is dealt with appropriately. Yes. Everyone
I'm
will
counting
be
on it
dealt
for you
with.
two. Let's go.
And your brother and your sister. Bring them all.
Right.
Okay, the dog is growling
family.
and snarling at them like it knows. It knows useless people when it sees them.
Family,
Whiskey.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum
Yeah.
have arrived. Apparently, they have a gift for us.
Ah, the gift
I
is
haven't
pretty
eaten
good.
yet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we
eat
ordered.
first.
We
Just
ordered our
grab
food.
it. Grab it to go, and we will. Come on.
Do they do
Can't
that
say
here?
No.
I mean,
probably.
they owe us quite a good, quite a fair deal.
Well, if you wish
Ask
to
for a
finish,
doggy
if
bag.
you wish to finish your breakfast, we could always
Go sip on the
have a
piss at the
couple
bar.
of. We could always have a couple of morning breakfast stouts, 2 stouts a day. What? Yes. And they go and sit at a table and order themselves a couple of ales to start their day.
If that's what the souls look like, I think I prefer those without it.
Cool.
I hate those guys.
I hate those guys. But luckily for us, they're not inheriting the town. They just don't know that. Let them live their delusions.
Right.
Yeah, because you guys know that their mother actually views them as useless and pointless anyway, so they just don't know that. Okay, so you sit down and finish your hearty breakfast. By the time it takes you to finish your breakfast, they're just starting in on their 3rd ale.
Oh boy.
Trip.
Hmm?
Are they gonna like throw us in that rehabilitation center?
With any luck, the fire spread to that as well.
Because
We'll find out.
we can
You should have made it.
we can get them all out of there. You know we can. The kid and the mother, right? Can't we just release them?
Oh, you're still thinking about
Well,
that.
we could, on their authority at least, if we talk them into it. Oh, that's a me thing.
That's why I'm talking to you.
Right.
You talk. I just
Come up
Sit
with all
here.
of the better ideas. Somehow, in that hard shell of yours, after all of the beatings it's took, everything in there is still gold.
when Trip says that, I give Gemma a side eye, like someone doesn't think that. Little look. I'm gonna go back to finishing my meal.
Okay.
I suppose with a change of leadership, there ought to be like a retrial available for those who have been trapped in there. I'm sure maybe 1 or 2 people in there might actually have been a little bit, and I can't blame them for the conditions they're in, violent towards the establishment in some way that might be a danger to others. But for the most part, I think it's just moms and their children who are crying, and that's concerning. So,
Oh, Danica dear, our mugs are empty again. Could you please fill them once more? And with that, Danica goes over and pours yet more ale. This now their 4th one.
We should
you know,
probably go before they
yeah,
get wasted, right?
the more drunk they get, the funnier it will be to watch them walk. Dignitaries. It'll be
Yeah,
like a parade.
I scrape my chair back and stand up with like some final spoonful of egg or whatever the hell I'm eating. Let's go.
Right. They
All right.
down their 4th pint and by all means, visitors first. Off you go. We will be right behind you.
Where are we going?
Oh boy, I think we might have messed up on that one.
All right.
Come on.
They kind of wait at the door until each of you exit. You'll have to move the dog as well.
I gotta grab Pup. Yeah. Pup first.
Right. As the door is still open, but before you leave, you hear, may I have everybody's attention, please? As you know, I am Nikolai Wachter, and this is my brother Karl. Our mother is now officially the Baroness of this town, and that means we are very important people now. And as such, we are only a stone's throw away from being the judiciaries of the peace here in this town. And, as well as that, your new rulers. Now, I would like to say this. Play fair by me, and you will find me a considerate new custodian of this town. But cross me, and by Jove, I will ram a hot poker up your backsides. Do you understand? And you hear a quiet grumbled moan inside the tavern. Of which point Carl says, "You never could hold your ale, brother. Come, let's get these out-of-town has-beens to this meeting and go about our business for the day." Oh, quite. And clearly, as they both kind of exit, you can tell that Carl, being the bigger, more burly one, tends to be able to absorb his liquor a little bit better than his younger brother, who is a little kind of thinner and altogether sicklier. Once outside, they say, "If you'll follow us." And Carl kind of puts an arm underneath his brother's arms and kind of like helps support him because he's already 3 sheets to the wind. He goes, "I told you, you should have had breakfast before we left the house. 4 ales on an empty stomach. It's no good, I tell you, it's no good." And they stumble off down the street, assuming you're going to follow them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to, let me move you to the town, and show you
Let's just
where
put
you're
our
being
people
taken to.
together.
All right. We don't need this noise, we need other noise. Okay. So from here, you begin to wander down the streets of Vallaki. You remember, you can still smell in the air the smoke coming from this establishment here, which you set afire and burned down this very night before. Lady Fiona's house is up here. But you are brought down this side street to this house here. Upon arriving, the house looks kind of barren, empty, and bare. At which point, your 2 new guides, friends, call them what you will, walk you up to the door. One of them fumbles around in his pockets and pulls out a key ring with 2 keys on it. This is for you. And let me move you to this map.
It's our old house.
Okay. They basically say, "Mother has chosen this house for you. She says the deed will be forthcoming within the week. You are to consider it your dwelling. It is..." And with that, the brother just kind of like pushes him up against the wall and says, "It is to be considered payment for services rendered. And there will be no rent. This is, the deed will belong to you. It is now your property to do with as you wish. I have it on good authority that the previous tenants will not be returning. And all but the most basic furniture has been removed. Think of this as your blank canvas. I do believe that they did have 5 cots shipped in, and they left, perhaps a table and chairs. Beyond that, if you want anything, you'll have to procure it yourself. But, after all, your tastes, I'm sure, are very different than the tastes of the people that were there before you. So, enjoy your new home here in Vallaki." And just remember that your patron, Lady Fiona Wachter, wants you to be as happy as you like to be, and no more and no less. And with that, he grabs his brother by the collar and pulls him back, and they stroll away from the door, leaving you at the entryway to your apparent new home.
Thank you.
This could be worse.
All right, hold on. Let your
Step
old dad
in
take a
here.
look here. Let's see what we're
Oh,
working with.
Make sure it's not trapped. Make sure it's
I'm
not
gonna
trapped.
start. No, I'm checking
Oh.
every wall outlet. I'm checking all the doors. Yep, this
Outlet.
looks.
Oh,
Nightmare.
Let
There's none, so that's a
Outlet.
problem.
There's none, so
Gonna-
that's right.
Gonna need to add some of
If there
those.
were any fantasy outlets here, I'd be concerned.
Gonna need some more candles in this room.
Yeah, basically, you walk in through the doors to a very large but plain foyer. There is a rug there, but it's old and moth-eaten. A door to your left and right, and one straight ahead. All in all, I mean, as I said, it's as the homes go here in Vallaki, this is only a single-story house, but it's pretty big. It's one of the nicer buildings around town, for sure.
we
Checking the
Are we
floorboards.
landed?
We've got some good squeak on here.
Boom, boom.
Okay. alright.
No, the floors are pretty solid. They're not kind of moth-eaten and rotten. They're fairly decent.
Right. Well, kids, you want to go pick your rooms, of course. I'm sure.
all get our own room. That's. Ooh.
Yeah,
what do
basically,
we got here?
this room, or the house itself, as you kind of explore, the room to your immediate right here has a fireplace. This was probably, obviously, the living room at one point. Empty room here. Going through the center room, it kind of leads into a chamber where you've got 4 doors, one in each, a room either side. Beyond that, you have a kitchen, a dining room, and very thoughtfully, they have crammed 5 beds into the top right room. Of course, if you wish to move those, rearrange those, that is up to you. Beyond that, though, this house is pretty much empty.
Gore, what kind of Sims packs do we have available?
Was there an update? Do I have to
Yeah.
reapply all of my CC? Because
Right,
if I
yeah,
have to do
absolutely.
that
Add some-
again, I'm going to vomit.
So, yeah, it is indeed
What are-
a blank canvas of which you can develop this house any which way you want. You can decide on rearranging the house, separating bedrooms out, study, whatever you want to do. It's yours to do what you want with.
Are the walls solid? Like, if someone
I
was
already
sleeping
checked.
back here, would we hear the kitchen noises in the morning?
It depends. I mean, if you want someone to go in there and rattle a few pots and pans, yeah, I mean, you can hear them. They're wooden walls. They're not like brick.
Okay.
But I mean, they're not complete. I mean, it's not completely noisy. You could roll over and ignore them.
I'm just highlighting my ideas in my.
Well, kids, I guess you get first choice to pick. And I look at Douglas.
Yeah, this room here is the only. These two are the only 2 rooms that have like an adjoining room. At one point, this was probably like the master bedroom, and maybe this was a nursery or something along those lines.
Oh, so it doesn't have its own entrance, I see.
Yep.
Okay.
You have a single back door, a double front doors, and yeah. I mean, it's really not too shabby. It's probably better than the home that you actually had back home, in fact.
Are we
You
rich?
see, you see
No,
Gemma
son.
sneak away to the bedroom, looking like
Jumping on the bed.
sullen, I guess. She looks weird, sad, maybe. She just goes, walks away.
I'm gonna kind of sneak in and follow her. Kind of peek at the door.
This is
knocking.
that crying thing I was talking about. Hold on.
Gemma, you all right there, hun?
Fine.
Is this the room you wanna take?
Pretty sure it's everybody's room. All the
You
beds
could,
are in here.
you
Well,
could
no, we're
absolutely. You
we're gonna
wanted a
move
lot of
things around.
coffin-shaped furniture. You know where there's a lot of it you can decide.
We'll move things around. You can have your own room.
Everybody out there is just so eager to turn this into a house, a home or something. We already have a home.
You're right. We do. I'm gonna kind of inch my way in, kind of sit at the edge of the bed. This isn't home. Your mother's not here. We don't
No,
have
she's not.
We don't have our family pictures, our art, plants. You know,
Why is everybody giving up and
we're not giving up.
planning out what they're gonna do in each room and where they're gonna live the rest of their lives?
This is just temporary. This is just to keep us safe for now. We don't have to put anything up. We'll just move things around so we have some place to sleep.
I think we should minimize our time here. We need to get back to our family, a real family, and not this weird world and town.
I love it.
I know. I agree. I just, we didn't want to be rude and not accept her offer. But I don't like this either. This doesn't feel right. It doesn't smell like your mother at all. We got to get out of here.
Ew.
Well, like it in a good way, because of her cooking and her perfume. That's what I miss the most.
Really, I just miss her.
Well, obviously I miss that too. I just try not to think about it.
Floor plans.
We'll do our best. I just want you to be comfortable for now.
Chip's got it all figured out.
I don't want to get too comfortable, that's all. I'm ready to go.
I know, honey. I'm gonna give her like a big old bear hug. Scoop her up.
Like, thanks.
All right. Chin up. Let's go kill a vampire, I guess.
Right. Okay.
And I'll head back out.
I'll
and
join you in a second.
All right. I'll go find the others. Right. What do we got going on? I just see scrawling all over the floors.
Chalk,
What
written
is-
in chalk.
Yeah. It's like, what on? Okay, we're not gonna graffiti all over the house. Trip, was this you?
No.
This
It
looks like
wasn't.
your handwriting.
Prestidigitate, clean.
I can hear and see you doing that. All right. Well, again, this is not our actual home. We have a home to go to.
So you don't really care what happens to it?
This is our headquarters. That's what we will call it, headquarters.
Hmm.
For now. So as not to upset anyone who might be homesick. Okay? Deal? Boys?
It is a base of operations, that's what I assumed, yes.
Yes. Okay.
What kind of wimp would be homesick? This place is incredible.
Octavius, we need to be kind to each other. I'm
Was I
very
mean?
homesick. I miss your mother
Ew.
and home. It's been a long time. I haven't even held her hand. So I'm ready to go home. This is not home. This is headquarters.
But there's so much to do and learn here.
There is, but we can learn as we travel home. Right?
Guess.
I guess long-term goal, in order to escape, we need to defeat the devil himself. If we do that, is this land really cursed anymore, and does it suck having a place away from home we can go to?
Think of it like the vacation home, right?
Granted, in like the shittiest place I've ever been, but
That we don't ever want to go back to at all.
I'm gonna walk up next to Douglas and put my arm around his shoulder, and I'm gonna then point at the room that Trip is coming out of with like paint in his hands or whatever.
It's just charcoal. And
This is charcoal. That should be your room, Dougie.
Oh,
no.
so over here.
It's close to the door, so if
Dog
unwelcome
room.
visitors are there, you can protect it. I'll take the room adjacent to the kitchen with the door, because there's a back door, so I can protect the back room for intruders that come in that way.
No, I was
All right.
thinking that'd be the boys' room if that's gonna be Doug's room.
Yes.
Where am I
and if
going to
we're-
There's not going to be a
Why?
room just for a dog, by the way, and I kind of appear out of nowhere.
Yeah,
No,
but it's
an
such a
entire
good
room.
use.
The dog gets a room. Trip
He
gets
needs
a
to
room,
roam and be
everybody
free, but I
else
don't
shares
want
a
him
room.
out there.
No. Whiskey will sleep in my room.
Like,
Yes,
but, like,
I'll-
what about his enrichment? What
Well,
about his
well-
activities?
We
Did we
could
look
put
to see what kind of yard we have? We didn't actually see what kind
we
of
could
square
put the
footage we
dog
have.
room in here, right? Because it's by the front door. So
Oh, but this is the gallery. This is the first thing people see. We want it to be impressive.
no, this is an empty
Gemma,
room.
you have those paintings, right?
Yes, it needs to wow people when they walk in.
They need to come in and be
And
like,
that's
"This is
what-
an establishment, damn it!" Oh,
That's
I
what
just
the
pulled my
dog is
headphones
for. The
really
dog
bad,
will
like,
be
all
here.
3 came out.
Trip, shut up. Shut up, Trip. The dog will be in here, and that'll be the welcome. They'll love it. Oh, look, a dog. But it'll also be whiskey, so it'll be a guard dog. See? Works.
Does he do tricks for them when they come in, or does he growl at them?
Both.
Not
We-
enough
Maybe-
whimsy for me.
They like
Well,
it
Why
Why
here.
don't
I
we
wanna be
just
here.
decide on the rooms based on how we used to do it as kids? We played that one game,
No, that's not
Dead
fair.
Man Walking.
No.
Come on, it's
Come
only fair.
on.
I'm not familiar with this because I would just sleep in the barn.
Yeah, you missed nothing, actually.
So
It's a
then, no, thank you.
Start her off. Let's go. Come on, Gemma. You're always in charge of
Sorry.
it.
All right, fine. Gather around. Remember, I close my eyes and I count to 10. Right? Everybody goes and runs to the place that they want their room to be. We turn out all the lights. I stumble around like a zombie.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And I pretend to be a dead man walking. You have to avoid me, and I need to try to find you. And if I can find you, then you have to pick a different room. But if I don't find anyone within the allotted amount of time, you get to keep the room that you're hiding in. And that's how it goes.
Yes, sister, we're all very aware of the rules.
Okay, then
This
why
should be
did I have to
easier.
It'd be hard
re-explain
to
it?
hide these people in empty rooms. Love
It
it.
should
Hasn't-
be easier without all the things to trip on, I guess.
Well, it's way easier, yes. If I'm gonna win, I'm gonna put my one.
Hold on.
I was actually thinking
The house does in fact have
dwelling.
windows. I just neglected to put them in. Just so you know, it does have windows.
Oh, okay.
Assume
Okay, I
there's a
hope so.
window. Assume that there's
Natural
a window
light.
here and here and here.
Remind me, sister.
and
How
here, and
how do you win?
here.
Yeah. How do we win?
How do
again?
I win or how do you win?
How do you win? Remind me. You said I
If
win.
I'm able to find every single person, then I
Then
win
none
and
of
I
us
get
get
to
a
pick
room?
any of the rooms. And then you have to all fight between the other rooms.
And then that's the end of the game. We don't play
I
another
think you're
round or
using-
the other.
No.
Okay,
I
got it.
believe
Yep,
you're using
just like
your
we always
reputation.
played.
You're using your reputation as the smart one to try and trick us into a really bad deal.
No, this
You
is
can
always how
whisper
we've
to the
played it.
weave and reveal exactly where you are, whether or not your eyes are closed. This game is stupid.
Well, we all played it and you all loved it. I remember.
Yeah,
Wait.
but you didn't know magic
remember
when you were
laughing a lot.
4?
I won't
Now we
use
don't know if she
magic.
didn't know.
Right. That's
You've been-
I never use magic either.
Wait.
Wait.
You've been cheating all these years.
No!
I just
That's how
realized
she
this.
I'm
got-
a wizard.
That's how she got me in your mother's
magic
room.
is learned for me. You
I am
know
not-
that.
I am not a little child anymore, sister. You cannot trick me with such foolish games anymore.
Fine, then you come up with the game we play that decides whose room is who.
I don't think we need
Okay.
a game. I think we
Reminder,
should
this
just
is
talk it out.
temporary and
What's
we're
the
going
best
to our
floor
real
plan?
rooms and home soon.
Yes.
Tell
Where
you
she
what.
Doesn't really matter.
She has the primary room with the biggest bathroom back at home. because she
You know, the most
Ooh,
close.
she
She made
did.
me-
She did. Yeah, she one.
me and your
I'm
mother
never
now
home,
share
so it
a
doesn't
tiny
matter.
a tiny closet.
Are we ever going to be here for this to matter?
Okay, what's the game?
Well, Octavius has to come up with it now because he isn't like
All right,
Dead Man
let's go,
Walking.
Octavius.
Me?
Please
Make a fair game.
it a
Okay.
fair game.
No spells.
We're gonna play Spider-Man's chest.
Okay.
You all know it, don't you?
Yeah, that's the one where he's gonna hide something. That's the treasure, and we have to like. But he
Spider-Man's
hides it
chest.
in a really
you
weird
place the
place that's really hard to
Spider-Man?
access, and we have to climb around looking for. But like, you need a whole like forest for that.
You do, and it is
We're in a
imperative.
town, and leaving it's like weird.
What was I gonna say?
It's imperative that you act like a spider as you do it.
Yeah, we all have to skitter around.
Right, and if you find the treasure, you have to say, "Spider-Man, Spider-Man, I am Spider-Man," before somebody else comes and tags you on the nose.
Yeah,
come
but
on,
how
it's
does
a
how does
stitcher.
that?
The
How do you
mandibles,
decide who
obviously.
wins and who gets what room in that way? Huh?
Okay, really quick. Does everyone agree that this should be some sort of like reception entrance kind of hall?
Yes,
Okay, so
Yes,
we got
okay.
one.
No.
We
way
need to be
down.
able to get into the house
it
without.
needs to be a statement.
Right.
I want it to be
Look,
the
you've got
trap.
one
And
of
then
9 houses
filled with traps for
decided-
anybody that
if we
enters.
imagine this space as we walk in, and that's what this purpose is, maybe have this nice room. I'm gonna pry the door open. There's a
Filler
fireplace
episode.
there. More like a lounge area
After
where we
3
can maybe
months off.
receive guests who we aren't familiar with, but also like entertain them and
So we're not
perhaps
going to play Spider-Man's
talk
chest.
with them. No, we're not playing Spider-Man.
No.
Chess.
Just making sure. I missed that game. It was
Fine.
a lot of fun when
In
you
that
guys were
case-
Well,
kids.
we can play it when we
We'll-
go. Okay, we'll play it when we set up camp on the way to our next.
set up a
thing.
fire.
Question: will there be a séance room?
To the death.
Well, I'm getting to
We
that.
need a
actually.
death room.
We need a
I
death
am
room.
waiting.
Okay,
Okay, the
kids,
death room
this
and
whole
seance
place is
room
a-
are the same.
Of course.
And
Love
yes,
room
there
right there.
is one. Weirdly enough.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay,
Okay.
so we have this area
Darlene is
here. It would
God's
be a good
Hill.
place to
Thank you
receive
so
guests,
much.
have
Thank you.
conversations
You're a
about
very,
why they
very
come. Because
kind donation.
Oh,
Much
thank
love to
you.
you. Thank you. That's a great welcome back. So we appreciate
Appreciate you
Aw.
so much.
Wow. Thanks for the
We're
donation.
enjoying
Not,
our-
not sure why right now, but
Yeah,
we love
that's
it.
We don't
sure.
Love
deserve
ya.
it.
it's exactly what you think it is. So
See,
we
this is
receive
why
the
when
guests
somebody
here.
said, "Is this the HGTV version?" I was like, "You have no idea."
Just wait.
You wait. They don't.
Give us a
They
moment.
don't even know what I've got planned. It's like how to basically run an entire episode with nothing but one floor plan.
And then you enter through here, and this is more like a lounge and lobby area for us to hang out and just kind of be a family, right? Make
Wait,
sense?
did you say a lounged area? Because I love that.
And no, but yes.
Okay,
That's
yes.
what you love.
Love it. I do.
Yeah,
I just
it's all
do.
for you.
Do we
Yes,
have the family bonding and games and puzzles?
Yeah, this
room?
is where we can set up like maybe a little climbing thing so we can play, Spider-Man's chest.
and puzzles and do puzzles together as a family.
And do puzzles together as a family. And then
Okay,
in
good.
here, this is a kitchen, obviously. It's got the hearth.
So-
The room adjacent to it could be better used for like food storage than being
Nope.
currently the dining
It's
room.
my room. You just
Okay,
hear me
that's-
shout in from that. I'm sitting on a chair looking at the open door into the
dining
kitchen
rooms,
And
claiming
then
with
I'm
like
gonna- I'm just gonna
my
respond.
just like this, kind of like propped up, you know.
So we'll do brewery here because there is a shortage, and that will keep us landed if we can also brew while we're out, and then come back and it's done, and then
No,
bring
you're
back
not
the-
brewing in this room.
Why,
I'm
why
sleeping
not?
in
Well,
this
You
which
room.
room
love-
is he gonna brew in?
It's the same as calling it your room. It's the same. Don't fight me on this. I'm gonna go back in here. Okay, and then this room is a very special room. I'm gonna open it. This is where
the powder room. What?
because I don't know, I saw a fancy house and they had one. There was like a vanity mirror and a bunch of
Yes,
stuff for
yes,
women
that's
to
a
get
good
themselves
idea.
Powder
ready. And
everywhere.
we have a
Do any of us
one
know how to
such woman
powder
among
anything?
us. So perhaps this is her room, and
I
I'm
know
gonna
how to
open the
powder
door.
Stuff.
So Gemma gets this room. It's also the death
I like it.
seance
It's on
room
the
because I
corner.
imagine you surround yourself with the things you love.
Yes.
And then this room is also kind of yours. I don't know. I just want you further away.
So
honestly.
okay,
And then
both these rooms are mine, so that's decided.
yeah. Okay. It's fine.
Hey,
We're not going to be here very much. And then I'm going to open this door. This would be the dining room. It's
You're fast running out of
and-
bedrooms. You know that, right?
I would just like to have one room.
Just all for yourself.
I mean, if it's not too much to ask.
All to yourself? Like
and
Gemma's
then
got
I'll
2
open
rooms,
this door.
but you want
I'll
a
open
room
this
to
door,
yourself?
then I'll be like, and then that would make this your room.
Okay. Thank you.
We're gonna dig a basement.
You could.
Okay.
Do you
Should
want to
we-
dig a basement?
And then we'll have all the cool stuff in our cool basement.
All right. Did we decide now? The headquarters are done.
So Gemma's got a lab kitchen, a room, and a powder room. Thus far, Gemma's taken up a third
How
of
did
the
she
house.
also win somehow?
This is all while they're kind of all thinking of it, I'm actually
Gemma's
going
like,
over to Octavius. I'm just like, hey, can we go get the thing now? We should
Yes.
probably go get the thing.
Yes, let's go get the thing.
We're just gonna sneak out.
Okay. So you guys are heading off to
Open
the
space
blacksmith, right?
concept, yeah.
Yes.
And as you two leave, you just hear Seth say, "My room is not a brewery." It's just echoing through the house as I'm sitting there, all stubborn like.
He'll change his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he will.
Okay.
Gonna get
Is it just Trip and Octavius that are heading to the blacksmith?
Yeah, we're the only ones
Yeah.
that know about it, I think.
I think
right?
you
Yeah,
are. Yeah.
they snuck out.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you slip out and head off to the blacksmiths. Okay.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I mean, you guys have got a plethora of hours and time to decide what you want to do with this off stream, even.
Why?
As well
We're
as
doing
on
so much
screen.
work now. We're going shopping next.
So,
Shopping.
but you do know that there are accomplished blacksmiths, coffin makers here in town. Well, wait, there was.
There was.
Didn't something happen to him? I can't remember. But other than that, I mean, yeah, you should be able to acquire furniture and things that you want. So, you know, if you guys decide how you want these rooms to be at some point, let me know, and I will decorate them accordingly.
Okay.
Assuming you have funds to pay for these things. All right.
Do we have a tab?
Um,
A line of credit?
how would you go about setting such a thing up?
We could speak to the Baroness, perhaps. She give us a little.
Okay. That's probably not a terrible idea. In fact, Lady Fiona Voctor would voluntarily, within reason, pay to furnish your house for promise of future aid should she need it here in town.
Yeah, I think that would be a fair deal. What do you think, Gemma? A little contract work? Nothing fancy.
Fine.
Just so we have some
A quick
furniture to
thing.
sit on.
Yes, I suppose. But I mean, fancy's fine. Fancy's fine.
Well,
as
you
long as we
know,
know it's temporary.
We got to fill your powder room, sweetheart. So I don't know how you expect me to pay for that if I,
I want
don't
a, I want a
do some
vanity.
jobs. Okay, we'll get you a vanity, a temporary one, of course.
And some maybe we could build a wall in the powder room to have my clothes and
There you
stuff.
go. Did you have incidentally? Didn't you have a sketch of what you wanted that guy to make? Trip? Did you draw a sketch at some point? Do you still have it?
That was years ago.
I'll go as far as months. It was definitely months ago.
No, see, like
Sure
I've
feels
had
like
to like
it.
file for divorce and change my entire life plan. So like
Right,
I don't know where anything is.
Describe to me once again what you wanted.
I think it was like just like punch dagger.
Right. So it was like a brass knuckle with a dagger attached to the end of it, right?
Yeah, so you could punch and it would stab.
Yeah. Okay.
And then like if he did like a roundhouse, it would rake kind of thing. You know, like give it some versatility. Because like if it's just brass knuckles, it's just brass knuckles. But like piercing with silver, that's
Yeah. I'm just trying to fathom how mechanically this works in a D&D universe.
well. What's the stats on a push dagger?
Way worse than his punching.
Oh God!
I am proficient with improvised weapons, so
Yeah.
my damage is the same as my punch die.
So I
With an
was-
improvised weapon?
I had a plan for this. Because I know what the intent was. And I don't want the mechanics of the game to foul the intent. So I was confirming that is what you had planned.
Yeah, I just want it to be something he'd be able to use.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
To give him a little bit more of an edge and
Mm-hmm.
maybe silver up his damage.
Yep.
I don't want to be that guy, but my fists are magically empowered now, like a monk. So
Oh shit!
Yeah, but they didn't know
it's a
that.
little awkward.
They're
I
trying
know.
to do a nice thing
It's
for
such
you.
a nice thing. I know. It's just I feel kind of bad because, you know.
I mean, all I had to do was
But that only
skin a
happened
bunch of
last
wolves
level, didn't it?
expertly.
Yeah, it was
Like
just
it
3
literally happened the level
Yeah, when we
after
leveled
you
to 6.
chose to do it. So you didn't do it when you planned it, but by the time the blacksmith made them, it
Sure.
had become semi-moot. But that's okay. You don't know that.
Exactly.
So, okay. So you go, you pay the guy, you gave him a huge down payment of silver pieces because he was using the silver pieces to
make it.
which is the other thing. So, okay, yeah. You have these two pretty nice, fairly attractive looking punch guitars, that you kind of like visualize, you know, being an extension of Uncle Seth's fists.
Yeah. Are they fitted for big chubby fingers? I hope they are.
I mean, the rings in them are large enough that
Okay, good.
even
we'll
Seth's
probably just bring that
sausage
back.
fingers should fit through.
Thanks.
Yeah, they'll probably just start bringing that back then.
Okay.
I paid it all down. And then, on the way back, I'm just like, so Octavius,
Yes.
I'm thinking we add a stairwell secretly in the reception/study area.
Yes.
That way, if we have a house guest we don't like, we can pop up and, get them.
I like that.
But also, then we have our own secret little basement thing. I can go out, explore the lore, bring it back, and then you can tell me things about the lore, and next thing you know, we're running our own business out of this thing. Hunting down the unnatural and bringing the world to a better place. I don't know.
Like some buffies, basically.
Yeah, like a couple of regular old buffies, like a couple of dudes just having fun and not being women and fighting evil things. Yeah.
Perfect. I love it. You're a man of many ideas, brother.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Constantly. And then
so-
Gemma's like, I'm smart. And then I have
Yeah.
to be like, oh, yes, you are, of course. Or the whole family falls apart and then we don't escape and the entire realm is cursed for all eternity and there's not a lot of pressure on me or anything.
Well, by the
Right.
time you
Putting
get
loads
back
of blessings
to the house,
upon you, all is well in Valaki.
I think the same thing too.
by
Wait.
the time you get back to the house, it's going to be just before noon. However, a couple of things to point out as soon as you guys were out and about on the streets. The general feel out there in amongst the local yokels, everything is very subdued. There are still people that are trying to put on artificial smiles, like that's indoctrinated into them so much that they're almost doing it subconsciously at this point. There are also, you noticed, few groups of younger people kind of throwing caution to the wind. And you're pretty sure that you saw some of them making a straw effigy of a nobleman. They kind of like gotten straw and pushed it back and dyed it black. And they dressed it in a little tunic and almost like fancy clothes. Kind of like the sort of thing that you might burn on top of a bonfire, like at Halloween or something like that. Sort of like a some kind of effigy. But you can't help get the uncanny feeling that they meant it to be Strahd.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, there's amongst the younger people, there's a ding dong, the witch is dead kind of vibe going on. While what you sense from the older people is, we're doomed! We're doomed!
How do we spin this to our advantage? I don't think we can. I think that we may have made a mistake.
Well, maybe only momentarily, until we clean up the rest of this town.
Okay, you
Speaking
guys
of which,
get back
don't we
to
have
the
to go
house.
talk to that guy?
Yes, sort of been putting it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get back to the house with the gifts. Gifts that keep on giving. It's the Jelly of the Month Club.
How are we feeling about the floor plan? Hey guys. What's up? Everybody's in my room.
What? This is my room. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
your room. That's what I said. Yeah, my room. We call it the same thing because, like father like son.
That doesn't make sense, but I like that you think that way, so I'll go with it. That's the first time I think you've ever said that. Where were you two?
Oh, just out and about. Nothing important except these, and I'm gonna pull them out like shing.
Wow.
We got these for you, Seth. We know you've been struggling with not feeling strong against things that specifically just don't like silver, so we got you some silver punchers. Just so your
for
punches
him.
are
That's
silver.
cool.
I don't know. We thought it would be neat.
What the?
I just kind of kick the ground a little
I'm
bit
gonna,
over
I'm
here.
gonna, I'm gonna like twirl it and like hand it over to him and be like, "Go ahead, try them on. Make sure
Shiny!
that make sure the fingers fit. We might have to get them adjusted."
I reluctantly take them and slip my fingers into little difficulty, but
You
they
kind of
fit.
wedge them in, and they feel a bit weird because they stop your fist closing completely. But at the same time, you can't help deny the fact of, they kind of look cool. They glint against the sunlight, and
You
certainly would
it-
open someone up quite nicely, given the... I mean, hell, an uppercut with one of these would certainly be a fun thing.
in Iridian, these things would get me arrested, right?
No, we're not in Iridian.
Yes.
I know. I'm just, Can I
We've never
help?
been to Iridian, have we?
Well, thanks.
Yeah,
When did you do this?
Well, that time I mysteriously, expertly skinned all of those wolves like a hunter, like, my father before me, and he was all mad at me for it for some reason, and I was confused and a little upset, so I wanted to somehow, like, make things up to you instead of him.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know that.
It's like an onion. There's lots of layers.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. But anyways, basically, between when we got back and burning the house down is sometime me and Octavia snuck off and thought this up for you.
I'm going to point a sausage finger at Octavius. You were a part of this too?
Yes? Is something wrong with that?
It's just you barely speak to me, and when you do, it's not kind.
Well, I could tell you were struggling, so this is to make you better.
He means well by it. He's,
Well, I mean,
Don't you want to be better, Uncle? Don't you want to be better at protecting your family and not just getting wailed upon by the dark, mysterious creatures?
this is more of what I expected from you. I'm going to go to scratch my chin and then, like, kind of pull away because I realize the sharp edge of the fucking thing is there.
But yeah, they're silver lined, so they'll, be sufficient against the denizens of dark. So I've been instructed.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I'm just going to take them off and then try to figure out how to put them on my person without cutting myself.
So mechanically, here's what
Sure.
we're going to do with those, right? Because obviously, you're not going to want to substitute your fisticuffs, which do a D8, for
Right.
a Jakar. So, what I've decided is, with a little bit little bit of practice, a little bit of expertise. It's not that these are going to increase the damage of your punches. It is that they are going to change your crit range. So instead of critting on a 20, you will crit on a 19 or 20 with punches.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. And what are we calling these makeshift
Punch
things?
daggers, whatever you want to call them.
Punch daggers.
Yep.
Silver.
Because if they replace your punching, which I know is not what the kids intended, right? That wasn't their intent.
Of course.
They want to augment your punching. So technically, these would become the weapons, not the punch. So they would become an improvised weapon, but then it becomes D6 damage, right? Which is less than what you're doing. So I think the best way to treat these is if you use these, your punches will basically increase your crit range.
Got it.
So
Okay,
you'll get
that makes
crits
sense.
on 19 or 20. Therefore, that way they've got real use to you. There's a real benefit to you, but it doesn't lessen the effects of your natural abilities.
Got it. Okay.
So
Thank
that
you.
way,
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, hey, potentially very, very nice little toys that the boys have made for you.
Well, I'm about to go into my room and cry a little bit, you know? That's what
It's the dining room. There's no door. How did you do that?
I teleported. I punched my way through, you know.
Yeah. Oh well,
We just
now we
found
need
this
2 new
place.
walls.
Well,
How does it sound when Uncle Seth cries, by the way?
This is what it sounds like when Seth cries.
Boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
Oh
Well,
dear.
it makes sense that you'd get those for him. You didn't think he was doing a good job of protecting you, but wouldn't get something from me because I'm doing such a good job of
Doing excellent,
protecting
actually.
you, so-
all I could think to do to improve.
So that's a load off
your-
my mind that you didn't get me a present for that reason instead
Dad,
of
we know
that
you like
just didn't-
intrinsic value rather than external validation
I s-
or things.
Yes, of course. I definitely do.
You-
What father doesn't, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Don't ever also want presents every once in a while.
Dad.
And every time we used to ask in the past, you would always just say
Mm.
socks, and we never knew what to get you.
Yeah, I really go through socks, you know?
You've never
I'm a
received
ranger.
gifts terribly well, Father.
I don't?
N-
What
No,
do I-
you do that thing where you're just like, oh, well, I don't need this, and it's just like, we just wanted you to accept it. But point being, you already imbue your arrows with magic. I see that you can also whisper to the leaf. It's astounding. Your skill in battle has been impressive from the beginning. I feel I've
you.
misjudged you a long time, and I do want to talk about it. We're a little overwhelmed. That being said, all I could think to do for you is buy silvered arrows, and they already make that. It doesn't feel as personal, so I'm still workshopping it, okay? And then I'm gonna give you a pat on the shoulder, and I'm gonna be like, I'm going to my room. And then I'm gonna go over to the reception/study and just start poking around at the floor, thinking where the basement stairs should go.
Throwing little X marks. X marks the spot. Okay. So Seth has his new toys. You all have your different ideas of floor plans. Shortly after lunch, as the day begins to drift on, do you want to spend the rest of the day playing house? Or do you guys have something else you want to get up to?
Yes, but we also probably should do something else. I do just want to play house.
I think we should do what we want to do and have fun.
That's right.
I think we're
Okay.
supposed to go meet with some guy and talk about dinner with Strahd, by the way.
Do we have to?
Well, we have to at least tell him why we're not going. We should
Or why
probably
you
all
haven't
be-
gone yet.
Yeah,
I think we
we've
need
been
to delay
busy,
it
got
as
wrapped
long
up
as
in some
possible.
business, and there's still a little to take care of. So we're going to have to wait, I don't know, a week? Can we meet back here?
Yeah, tell him we just bought a new house, and so we're kind of busy with that right now. And when we get it all settled, we'll be ready.
Yeah, we have to find out what school district this is in, and
Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do, a lot of paperwork. All right, I guess we can do that.
Is that what you guys want to do now?
I
We probably all
think
touch base
so.
what our story is. We're like, what? So we're not all disjunct.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so the letter, to remind thee, let's see, here is, and this is something that they've actually done, which is interesting. They've created an option to expand the size of the handouts now, which is kind of cool. Okay. Oh, so the letter reads, "To the new sojourners of my beloved land, the Mildwood family, I begin by asking your most humble forgiveness in my late correspondence. I have been distracted and busy since I left you a welcome basket many days ago. It is with my most humble apologies that I now acquiesce to my hostly duties and hereby invite you to dine with me at Castle Ravenloft. I understand you have been away from Vallaki, and I'm sure you need time to rest and prepare. So I have instructed my chamberlain to wait your reply, with which evening in the near future would be convenient for our delightful convocation. My chamberlain awaits you north of town on the Lake Zarovich Road. Your most humble servant, Strahd von Zorovich."
Not exactly humble when your name is the lake.
Right?
But, you know,
A little narcissistic, I feel, but there we
he's
go.
the ancient, I guess. He is the land and apparently a lake.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
So, okay. Yep. So, yeah, the northern road near the lake is where his chamberlain is supposed to be waiting for you. But that was sent almost a week ago. Several days at least.
Okay.
With any luck, his chamberlain is undead and time means nothing to him, so...
Yeah, he's got nothing else better
Or
to do.
he's gone back and said, "They ghosted you, dude. They fucking
Oh
ghosted
no!
In which
Did he
case,
put
we
a-
need to leave town now, because everyone here is fucked when he sees that they're not smiling.
Did he put an RSVP date on there? Because if he didn't, I mean,
No, he didn't.
he didn't say when we had to respond.
Nope. He just said in the near future, which is a very relative term, really.
Yeah,
I mean, to a vampire, near
Especially if you
future is
assume
like
we're
100
talking
years,
in
right?
undead terms.
yeah,
Near could be a year from now. I mean, who knows?
centuries even.
Oh, you meant near
Centuries
future.
even.
I thought you said near future, as in like never with the apostrophe.
Wait,
I
simple
thought you said mare
misunderstanding.
future, like a female horse future.
Which, like, you know,
There's just
They live a
typos all
long
over the
time.
letter.
yeah.
Yep.
She's still got some fight in her, you know.
That's 30 years at least.
Okay, are all of you going to do this, or do you want to send an envoy?
I think we all go.
Yeah, I don't think any of us
We're
are
all going.
comfortable with
Oh,
any of us
come
just
on.
meeting
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
vampires.
I vote you
Yeah.
just send Gemma.
Stick together.
I want to,
Yeah.
we have like some, well, actually, it'd probably be better at the hotel. They don't, at the inn rather, they don't know that we're landed now. If we moved our stuff here, it would be more likely to be taken by the people who landed us. So hide our stuff at the inn. So.
Gord, can we take a tiny break?
Yeah, yeah,
Before we go,
we
later?
can. We absolutely can do a
'Cause
short,
this is like my third glass of water. So I
Aw.
need to go to the bathroom.
a brief
Hydrating.
respite would not go amiss. So
Thank you.
I was actually going to
Yeah.
ask you guys
Me
if
too,
you
I'm
needed a
out.
break. So perfect.
Yeah, it's
All
time
right,
to
well, we're going to do a
re-up.
quick
Come on,
break.
chug, Matt, chug.
So you guys are heading north, out of town, past Lady Fiona Vactra's house, and up the road towards Lake Zarovich. Okay, let's go ahead and change our mood, shall we?
Oh, did we settle on a story? for like what we're telling them?
No, you're going
Nope.
to kind of decide that as you travel, I think.
So what are we telling them?
I mean, what's wrong with the settling into a new home story?
Well, it's
Yeah.
not bad, but like
We just-
also like that's something
Do-
we can kind of wait.
Do we want him to know that we overthrew the arrangement he had?
No.
So maybe we
I'm
don't
sure
say that.
you'll know very soon anyway.
If he doesn't
Uh,
already.
Maybe we could say that we're going to be sick next week, and so we don't think we'll be able to make it
Mm,
for a little bit. Say one of us is ill.
You can't really predict illness that when have you
Well,
ever
we-
predicted illness?
Ooh, I have an idea.
Okay.
We could say we're helping, what's her name, helping the transition of power here. So,
Yeah, but we also don't want him to know that there's
That's
been a
right.
change
well,
in
he already
power.
knows. There's no way he doesn't know. There's absolutely no way.
But
Okay.
yeah, but we don't wanna play into that if we can help it, right?
Not.
Well, maybe we tell him we want to make sure she upholds the things in. No, we don't want to lie to him.
Yeah, I think we should just say like we got tied up in some errands involving the delivery of wine to keep Wallachia a happy place. And
Which is true.
and it got a little bit messy and things turned weird and long story short we were gifted some property and we're trying to figure out what to do with it, but until then we have another errand that we're running. This time now actually what we came to town for, we're trying to learn more about this land so that we don't offend, Strahd when we go to visit him.
Yeah, maybe tell him we have a new home. We got to find jobs. We got to get ourselves settled if we're going to be participating members
Right.
in the community. And once we do that, we can meet with him.
Especially after our run-in with well, that first house. What were they called? What was his name?
Talking
It was
about?
the Durst estate.
Yes. Well, the thing is, if he wants us to come sooner than whenever we tell him, he'll just make us, right? He's not making us. He's
Right.
asking us. So we can just tell him whatever we want. And if he doesn't accept it, then we didn't have a choice anyway.
Works
Right.
for me.
It's that, or we just don't go at all. We just ignore the request.
I mean, we're gonna probably eventually go. We have to.
We do.
Oh shoot! What does it say? What is our
I'm hoping he can be
Marionette.
reasoned with.
beating heart of his domain? Was it? So like, I think we're fighting in his basement. I don't know.
You talking?
No, I'm just if I'm remembering the cards. The last one was like a puppet or something. She said something about his domain. It was
Here we
Gemma's
go.
card. Gemma's supposed to
It's
remember.
my card. I
My
have it
card's
memorized.
taken care of because I'm great. So
Okay,
Oh my gosh, I'm
kids.
talking in my
Everybody's
voice.
card is good.
My
card's
card, the
better
fifth
than your
card.
card.
Marionette. Enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead us to him and reveal the place of our final battle. Look to great heights. Find the beating heart of his domain. Be waiting nearby.
That was a pretty good rating there. You did good. I felt
Thank
a little
you.
shiver
So,
go up my spine.
So, sorry, I was doing an impression before. Don't know of who. Yeah, I think we are ultimately going to go to his place. Then I think that's what the card means. Like dinners
Well,
at his house.
Yes, beating heart of his domain. It's likely somewhere in there. It's gotta be. I mean, wherever
Probably
he
it's
spends the
castle.
most time, maybe, or
I mean, it's built on top of a mountain. It's Raven Loft. It's up
Right.
high. It's
Okay, so then we think reasonably each card needs to be found in order then? Or at least that one needs to be last?
That one should probably be last, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to fight him right
Generally, the end comes at the end.
Yes, generally.
Epitaph.
Unless you're the movie Memento.
No,
And
prologue.
Christy?
God, I hated that movie.
Christy, I was like, no, don't say it.
Don't say
the
it.
movie
Well, don't worry.
Memento.
I will always say
I
it.
was like, oh, unless you're Memento. I was like, nah.
Back when I was in film class as me.
Yes. Unless you're the play.
You know,
The
Christy,
bards, the famous
Christy?
bards.
technically the ending of Memento was the middle of the story.
God damn it, Shaggy.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say it,
Just
because I thought
saying.
that too.
Right.
Yeah, we all
Just
respect
saying.
you, but you're wrong here.
I know. I always say,
No, just right now. Don't make this
Okay.
bigger than it is, Christy.
that's my job. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's kind of her thing.
That's my whole thing.
But then if you make it bigger than it is, you're turning it into a little pity thing, and now you're leveraging that against the truth, and the truth is you're just off a little bit with this one. It's okay.
All right, okay. I definitely won't have
Damn.
nightmares about that later.
She called you out hardcore, huh?
Oh, yeah, got me good.
Cheers. Dad?
I don't have my drink yet.
God,
Oh.
your drink maker's slow.
He's a slow bartender.
I get a different
I do need to
bartender
be
if I were
shuttered
you.
for just a minute, though. I'm getting blown up by my son, who got logged out of his Steam, and he's really upset.
Oh,
and I'm the only one who
no.
knows the
Oh.
password.
Go
So
to him.
Oh.
if you could just give me 2 minutes.
Save your
Okay,
sanity.
Be gone. Go
I'll
on.
be right
I'm
back.
I'm sorry
Sorry.
for everything I said.
That's
Yes,
what-
thank
everybody's
you. This is a hard time for me,
everybody's
okay,
just-
Satch?
Everybody's just discussing as they wander along the northern Valaki Road, just discussing what they want to say to the Chamberlain and what they want Strahd to know or don't know. So you're good. He may need to get drunk to catch up. I don't hope not. I don't think a drunk Ollie would be a safe thing.
No.
No. No.
Okay,
God,
good.
the drawings. Could you imagine the drawings?
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Oh, I'd love him even more than I do already.
Is this real life?
Ah. It's weird.
It's bad enough that when Matt babysits him, we get a photo bomb of all the safe things he has. Dude, some of that stuff had me in such hilarity. I was laughing so hard at some of those.
Oh god, that was a while ago. I think that was the first time we ever really babysat. It was the first time they were like, "Okay, we're gonna let our kid be in the care of someone else while we go do a fun thing." And my roommate Ben and I at the time were like, "No problem." So we just had a little photo shoot of all the dangerous things we were having him doing.
Like pictures of him like holding like gasoline cans and
And a lighter. We had to tape those to his hands so he would hang on to them for the
My
picture.
God.
yeah, that reminds me of this thing.
Spence.
He just leaves, never comes
Yeah.
back.
This thing gone.
I've shown it before, but while we're waiting for Crispy to come back, this right here,
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yes.
my first
I
fire.
love that.
Yeah.
Things like this.
The picture. That's such a good picture. Is that like spaghetti coming out of the gas can to look like gas on the
No,
back?
it's actual gas.
Oh, okay. It looks like spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I was like, oh, that's cool.
Like on the side here, it says, "Connect, fill, light, explore the wonders of fire lighting." And then on the back it says, "Spark incitement, licking batteries and putting weird stuff in the microwave can't hold a candle to the daring delights of my first fire. No more tiresome questions like, 'Mom, will it burn?' Boredom, get ready to meet your match, because
Yep.
where there's smoke, there's fun." And it comes
Yay.
with 5 fire ring panels to connect to create a little fire ring.
Of course.
4 Enduralogs, long-lasting burning material with a fuse, cherry-scented fuel,
Oh,
Also available in coconut, apple, barbecue, Samora, and peppermint. A 12-inch fire poker made of tuss asbestos.
That's
And an
good.
assembly use and first aid tips. Yep. So everybody's kid needs this.
I love it. I
it's
want one.
perfect.
Hilarious.
What are you sipping on there, Jane? By the way.
This is a vodka cranberry
Oh,
nice.
oh, in a
Vodka
wine glass.
in a
cran.
wine glass.
Wow.
Classy
Yeah,
bitch,
everybody.
you.
Thank you. I'm such a bitch.
Welcome back, Christy.
Sorry.
You're
Now,
good.
Jane,
Everything
also
okay?
question:
Fire put out.
Yes.
Do you have
Yes.
more? Do you have both tattoos now? Because did you have those last time we streamed?
I
No,
did,
she got new
I
ones.
think.
You did? I thought you got a
s-
new one.
This one was in April. So definitely
Yeah,
streamed.
Okay,
had
okay.
Alrighty.
Forgetting when I get tattoos is. Oh,
Yes, I forget
Can't
the
even call you a
month.
friend.
The month.
friend.
Yeah.
The month.
Sorry, my bad.
We streamed at least once.
At least one time, and I probably had long sleeves on.
Probably
There
right.
you go. Alrighty. Are you all happy with your story?
Sure.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty
Okay.
much the truth. We're just leaving out the part where we aided and abetted the enemy.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, hopefully I don't accidentally say that in a panic.
Same.
Especially you, Dad.
You know we're gonna screw this up.
I'm
Laura.
gonna speak as little as possible, except to assert my
I gotta find it.
dominance.
I feel like Uncle Seth, you kind of do the same thing. Maybe Trip should do it.
Alrighty. So, where we left off. So our characters, you guys had wandered north out of the town of Valaki, up the Northern Lake Road. The entire journey had been nothing but trees to the left, trees to the right. It's quite late by the time you can see the glistening of water north ahead of you, with the reflection of a kind of mist-covered moon floating in it. Not too far from the water's edge, on the left, pulled over to the side, is a large, ominous, black coach being pulled by two large, powerful horses. It has a couple of small, flickering oil lanterns attached to the side, and a lone individual sits atop it on the driver's seat as you approach. He kind of turns in his seat to look down the road towards you. He is dressed in fine, well-fitted leather clothing, and seems to kind of perk up a little bit when he sees you begin to approach. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna stay by my dad. Slightly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Trip would just kind of, like, hold an arm up and be like, I don't trust this.
Right?
I think
Yeah.
sensing his family's hesitance, Octavius being young and brash would probably like, puff his chest up and take a couple steps forward. Not like full up walking to him, but kind of
Okay.
get in front of the family.
That's the hanging back a little bit.
Yeah, Douglas is going to try to
individual
keep
kind
up
of
with Octavius.
Steps down from the top of the coach, almost like he's going to jump down rather than climb down.
Octavius takes a step back because that kind of scares him a little bit.
As he does so, however, you notice instead of just dropping like dead weight and hitting the ground hard, he kind of descends considerably slower than you'd expect. He kind of stops and then holds his arms out in a welcoming gesture and says, "Oh, you're here! Ah, come closer. Come closer so that I may see you."
You
what
can
is-
see just fine from here.
What is whiskey? How is whiskey reacting to this?
Oh, yeah.
Whiskey's ears are kind of tucked all the way back, and Whiskey's like cowering just a little.
All right, I'll walk up to him and kind of pat him encouragingly on the side of the neck. You know,
Okay.
there,
says-
there, boy, there.
I am Rahadin. I have been expecting you. Oh, it is so good to finally meet you.
Hail, Rahavin. We are the Mildwood family. I would suppose you knew that.
Yes, my
Yeah.
master has informed me that you were given an invitation, and I have humbly and patiently waited here for your reply.
That is very appreciated, and we are sorry for your wait. However, we must ask now another favor.
Oh, please, I am but your humble servant.
Good Chamberlain, we need additional time, as it were. We've just now come to know this realm, and we are becoming acquainted with it and its denizens, and frankly would hate to offend he who is known here as the very land itself.
We bought a house, you see.
I see. Yes, here in Vallaki we treat time a little less precious than some might, but he is so very, very eager to meet you. I would not take too long.
There is some confusion, I suppose, over what makes us so interesting to...
Do tell me, where have you been residing? Where have you found to dwell? Somewhere comfortable, I hope?
Yes, we found ourselves in the city of Vallaki just now, and have been helping the locals there.
I see. Vallaki has been something that my master has not concerned himself with in almost a century. Interesting. that
All
you
seems
come
well
from
there.
Yes, I'm sure he will find it very interesting when I let him know that they were sheltering you. I mean, offering you shelter.
Between there and Barovia, we really haven't seen too much.
Oh,
Other
but this
than-
is a most beautiful land. You should take your time and visit some of the delicious sights. And when you are ready, you can come to dinner and enjoy my master and his other guests, for I am sure that they will enjoy you.
I hope to count you among them, then.
I am but the Chamberlain. I will be there, of course, but in more of a submissive nature. Silver Strikes, thank you for the raid. But please, here in this dark light, I do not see so well. And with that, he kind of like pulls his hood down just a little. You notice he has quite pointed ears. The kind that you would equest to an elf from where you came from. In fact, the only other person of even remote elven descent that you have met here is Van Richten, and he was half-elf. So there have been no elves that you have seen at all since you've come through the mists.
Do you have any sites you recommend? I love to take the children to see things and expose them to culture.
While you are
maybe we
here, the lake itself is
add it to
most
our-
beautiful at this time of night.
Night trips? You have anything during the day, maybe?
And it is just a short walk. And he kind of just points to the left. I mean, you can see the lake. It's not but a couple of 100 yards from the lake shore where he's parked.
Yeah,
He says, but beyond that, there are many tall peaks, beautiful forests, winding open fields. Oh yes, many fine sights can be had here in Barovia.
Do you have like a pamphlet you could maybe give us so I could
I'm
add it to the
afraid.
bucket list?
Oh, I have failed you. No, I have nothing so formal.
Well, maybe you could work on that while you wait for us.
Excuse me, sorry, and I'm gonna kind of push my way forward a little bit, kind of knocking Octavius over unintentionally. Why are you interested in us? We're a bunch of, well, look at it. We're a bunch of nobodies. The only one with any kind of talent is the Bumpers, the dog. I'm gonna point behind me to Whiskers.
Okay, he kind of like
To
looks
Whiskey.
past you with a gleeful
Whiskers,
look.
how dare you.
Whiskers.
And as he kind of looks past you, he's kind of like eyeballing everybody. He says, "It is less of my interest and more of my master's. After all, you are guests in his kingdom, and he is of old custom and fashion, and it would be most impolite for him not to extend his hospitality. I am but carrying out his wishes. But I will say he has certainly shown a great interest in you, which, I must confess, piqued my own interest just a small amount. Tell me, who is the little one hiding there in the back? Come closer, child, so that I may see you."
I'm standing right here.
"Oh, no. You are at the front. There's
Yeah,
a
that's what I thought.
little
said little-
girl
you
at the
said
back
little one.
there, hiding behind the big
she's-
man."
She's no one, just my daughter of no consequence or insignificance. Very boring. Not interesting at all.
Okay, he kind of like leans to. I can see you're kind of like peering out from behind. He's
Yeah.
looking at, kind of like looking at you gleefully. He says, "Such a child full of life. Not boring at all, I would say. In fact, I sense something of all of you, that you are not boring at all. You are vibrant and full of life. Something that many do not possess here in Barovia."
You must.
I
have
never
us
thought our
mistaken.
lot would be called vibrant before.
I'm very boring. I like wood and being a dad. And that's about
Well,
it.
we have more woodland than we know what to do with. Explore. Enjoy.
Yes.
Do not mind the wildlife. It will not pay so much attention to you, I feel sure.
Thank you.
Kind of contrary to the
Experience.
we've faced,
Love
but
us.
Is there
if there is anything vivid here, it is that wildlife.
Oh, Barovia is full of interesting fauna, and the denizens of the wood are many.
So, how much time will your master expect us to explore before expecting us?
Well, as I said, while those among us in Barovia do not probably consider time as quite important as you may, he is most eager to meet you, and after all, it has been quite a few days since the invitation was delivered. I'd hate to go back to him and tell him that you will be too much longer. He may get disappointed.
Well, we don't want to be rude. Just like we said, we have some things to attend to.
Is it anything I can assist you with?
No, definitely just family business. Can't help us with that, unfortunately, as you're not part of our family. Right? Family.
Yeah. What my brother just said.
But we'll definitely make haste to get to you as soon as we can.
But with that, he kind of like just steps
My
forward a
daughter's
little bit.
allergic to dust, so if there's any dust, you might want to spend some extra time cleaning the home before we enter. It might take a little bit more time. She's really gets to her. We didn't bring her medicines, unfortunately. We were
I will
transported
make
here,
sure
so
that the chambers that you will spend time in are free from dust and cobwebs. We will
Yeah.
make sure that it is warm and cozy for you. With that, he kind of opens the carriage door and says, "It is mighty cold outside. Would any of you care to warm yourselves before you take your trip back to Valaki?"
That sounds fantastic. It is freezing out here. Yes.
I'm gonna
grab
him and
his
just pull him back. Yeah.
Both just like either arm and just yank him back. No, we're good. We got extra blankets here in my pack.
What?
Oh,
Teaches them resilience, the
then
kids.
perhaps I could instead give you this. And he reaches in and kind of pulls out what looks like a wicker covered bottle. He kind of like picks it up and starts to walk towards you with it outstretched.
I've been told I'm not allowed to drink out of things that look like that.
He gets to about here.
Very good.
And then, whether out of respect for the fact that you seem to want to keep a distance, or who knows what, he places it on the ground and then takes a few steps backwards. Please, you will find this warming and delicious.
Octavius?
Okay, he could have just brought it over here the first time. Like, that's kind of rude, right?
You
Anyway.
seem to be so weary. I did not want to push my presence upon you.
All right.
Please, take
Very
the
kind.
bottle.
Appreciate it.
Please.
Please, Octavius, return.
Yeah, I'll grab it and I'll.
Okay,
Turn around.
so Octavius, as you pick it up, nothing bad happens, but
Okay.
Die.
I don't like that.
But is the key word.
As you get kind of fairly close to him to claim the bottle, you get this horrible feeling kind of like wash over you, and in your ears you can hear what sounds like countless screams, faint, far-off screams of countless men and women, all of which have met a very horrible death. As soon as you pick the bottle up and take a couple of steps back, it fades away almost instantly.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna. So when he walks up, then he's gonna reach down for the bottle, and you're gonna see him take a few staggered steps back as he picks it, kind of shaking his head like, "Ugh," and stumbles backwards to the family, kind of in Douglas's arms.
Yeah, I kind of catch him.
Yeah, he shakes his head.
You all right there?
Yes, I'm fine here, and he'll just reach behind his shoulder and hold up the jug.
Okay, I'll take it.
Sometimes the drop in temperature may cause you to become a little dizzy when you stand up too quickly. Perhaps that is all that has happened with him. He will be fine.
Yes,
I'm going to take it from him, really.
must be
Okay,
it.
it's actually quite
Concerned.
warm to the touch.
Okay. Does anything happen when I grab it? Or
No,
Okay.
Only me.
nothing at all.
Well, that's why I said you don't touch these sort of things, son. It's for grown-ups, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Yeah. Would
what happens if you
would
drink alcohol, kids. You hear the screams of painful people.
with everybody else who come before you doing the same thing. Would I have been able to like infer anything from this? I'm
Yeah,
not
kind of a
asking.
arcane.
If not, that's
I
fine.
would
But
say,
I just
I'll let you give me an insight roll on that because of your background and
which roll? I'm sorry, you cut out. Just
give
a
me
little bit.
insight.
Insight. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if maybe like my monster knowledge would
Spooky
have.
stuff.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
really be that, but it would be more ascertaining kind of where it's coming from more than anything
Sure.
else, I think.
Oh, this is loading very slow. There we go. All right, insight. Wow, this is really slow. Why is it so slow?
I don't know.
That's not good.
As in roll 20s being slow?
For me, it is. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Wow, that took longer than I thought. Okay, here we go. Roll.
11. Okay. You can't be sure, but this horrible dread feeling kind of makes you believe it wasn't anything to do with the bottle. It was something more specific to do with the fact that you got rather close to Rahadin.
Okay. Yeah, and I probably wouldn't be able to put that together quite right away, so I'll just shake it off and keep that thought to myself, I think.
Says, well, so what should I tell the master? Should I tell him a few days? A week? Longer?
How does a week sound? A week sounds.
Very well. I will tell him to expect you promptly in 7 days. Or less, should you be ready. Once you decide to commence your journey, we will know. And we will send the coach to collect you, to bring you closer to the castle. Just begin on your journey and we will meet you halfway.
Very well. We can do that.
Well
Right.
then, I will bid you all a good and pleasant night. I hope you rest well in your home in Verlaki. And with that, he kind of turns to climb up. But rather than climb, he just kind of like bends his knees ever so slightly and drifts up and plops down in the carriage. Almost as if a hand of fate or something lifted him up and put him there. Mm-hmm. With that, he gets hold of the whip, slowly kind of pulls the reins to get the cart to begin to move so he can turn it around. Slowly it begins to turn. And then once it's kind of level in the middle of the road, let me go ahead and reposition it. And him. He kind of like slowly brings it around, and then almost with no regards to the fact that you're partially in the way, yeah, push, and the horses just bolt forward, and he tears past you without a second thought, and hurtles down the road away from you at full gallop, leaving you kind of standing up by the edge of the road. As the carriage disappears away from you, an immense fog kind of rolls in behind it to obscure it far sooner than it would have done if it would have been just kind of left to disappear into the distance and into the dark.
Don't suppose we could chalk that one up to cultural differences.
We're throwing that drink out, right?
Yeah, what did this do to you, Octavius, when you grabbed it?
I do not think it had to do with this bottle, as I'm not feeling it now, but when I got to closer proximity to that strange man, I felt like there were an endless amount of screams in my head.
That was normal for you.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I kind of manufactured that thing to kind of, go with my vibe, but this was something different. This was terrifying.
Without saying anything, I'm just gonna look at the bottle in my hand and then just chuck it into the bushes. We don't need that.
Octavius is just gonna walk over and pick it up.
Well, don't touch that. What are you doing? We don't need that.
Well, Gemma, I think you would agree that we should study this, yes?
Study it.
I think at the
We
very
just
least
Pour
we
it
could.
out, put it in little vials.
Yes.
No,
I was thinking
no,
at the
no
very least we
vials.
could
little
turn
taste
it
tests,
into the.
yes.
No little taste test.
Little tests on rats and other animals, possibly.
No animal
See how they
testing.
react to it.
We're against that here.
Yes.
I was thinking we could just
or-
give it to the
We got it.
innkeeper.
No.
Why would we give it to anyone? This man is you
We
heard
want her in
screams
him.
coming from his aura. You want to drink something that he gave to you and give it to someone else? What if he just drinks
Well,
it?
I
We don't know
mean,
what's in there.
rats.
What if
We
it's
don't know
poison?
what's in there. He might.
No
That's what I'm
rats.
saying.
What if it's poison?
Then the rats will
No, I
die.
mean, hopefully
We
it's
don't-
poison.
No,
Aye,
what?
then.
That's what it. That's the point.
We are not poisoning anyone. That's
What if it's like makes you do cool like somersaults and stuff?
I don't think it's going to make you do cool somersaults.
But you don't know it's a thing.
I'm quite sure that if it does, it's probably going to make your soul just I don't know, do something evil.
Wait,
that
wait,
something
wait,
would
wait,
do.
wait, wait.
I don't like this.
Cool.
If you feed it to the if you feed it to the rat, how will you get the rats to do the somersaults if that's what they can do?
It'll just do it, obviously. What?
don't think-
Who wouldn't just do a somersault if they had the ability to do so, right?
It's true. It would just do one if you could
Are
do
you
it. But
unable
we're not going
to
to drink
do
this man's
somersaults?
drink.
What?
Can you not somersault then?
Of course I can.
He's
It's
been working on it
easy.
in tumbling.
I
Well,
can
you
do it
haven't been
fine.
doing it.
But
so
what if I
haven't-
was the
We
best
had him in classes,
somersaulter?
but he got upset.
What if Uncle Seth could do a somersault and then
Uh,
somersault
I-
into a punch?
I don't somersault.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. What if you could though?
But if he has to hear
Can I
the
just see the
screams-
bottle? I can see if
I-
there's any magic possessed within
Yeah,
it.
that's yes.
Ugh,
That seems
I'll,
like
I'll
the
hand
best
it over to
course of
Gemma because I
action.
picked it up.
please be careful, Gemma, please.
I'm gonna take it. I will spend a minute
Okay.
casting identify.
Yeah,
And
I
I
guess
spend my minute
the
like
only
this.
thaumaturge we've met tried to sell us piss as a miracle safety elixir, so getting it checked for poison is difficult.
It's not.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
stare at it very hard for a minute. Is
It
there any magic?
doesn't radiate any kind of magic at all. It seems somewhat mundane. Although again, I did say it was pretty warm to the touch.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's not poison, but it's not magical.
Okay, that eliminates only some of the options here.
Next, the rats.
Why would he give us this? What would be the purpose?
To try and lure us into a false sense of security? Like, oh, well, we
Exactly.
were very nice to you, and we're going to invite you to dinner. So, I mean, on
Exactly.
principle, it's a gift from an enemy, and that's annoying. That's why I'm saying we should probably give it to somebody who knows a lot about the local wine. Maybe
I
the
just
Blue
don't
Water
wanna-
Inn.
Put this dangerous, possibly dangerous liquid in someone's hands that we don't want harm to come to.
I
Or
mean,
do we do
it's-
want harm to come? We don't know
most-
what it does.
So we give it to Lady Fiona Bachler and call it a day.
Are we going to tell her where it came from?
It might actually be good to let her know that Strahd might be paying more attention to Velaki now.
Exactly.
I think she will be
we're-
happy about
If
that.
we're going to do that, we have to be honest. We're not just going to give this lady some weird warm wine and then hope for the best.
Well, most wines are served warm.
But this
Do you
is
only
very
drink
warm.
the
No.
sweet wine then?
Well, yes, that's what
So-
your mother likes, so that's what I drink. But it's different. This is different. This is very warm. It's not regular warm.
Yeah, it is considerably warm. Probably if it wasn't for the fact that the bottle had like a wicker cover around it, it would probably be quite hot, in fact.
I don't trust it, and I don't feel good about giving it to someone else who is, at this point, at least our ally and likes us.
I mean, kids, we got to remember about the pie. It's-
The what?
Yeah, remember the pie, guys?
Oh,
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yes,
And
so-
I warned you about the pie. I just
Right?
think that
And
this is
lessons
possibly.
learned.
Yes, I'm just saying this one is possibly.
Easy,
just thinking
Seth,
about the
easy.
pie.
I
Sorry.
know, but it was
I'm saying this one is potentially a
Very
resource
good
which
pie.
could be used. It
So-
has
so-
less to do with.
we don't know what this is made of. That's Seth made a good point. We
Right,
don't know what
right.
this is made of.
Right.
Yeah, it
So
could be
why don't
blood.
we give it to someone
It
who
could be
might
blood,
know what
children's
it's
blood.
made of? There's people who live here. They're familiar with
Or
the lay
we
of
just
the land.
know it's bad and we just throw it in the bushes and we go about our day and we never have to worry about it again. What if at night this potion comes alive and turns into a specter and possesses one of my children again? I don't know.
then I will defeat it.
But what if it possesses you? And
It
then you're
won't.
gone.
It
We
won't.
don't know that. You make a bad check and I don't know. I'm just saying everything here has tried to kill us. It's safe to say that whatever he gave us probably is to kill us.
Why didn't we ask him what it was?
I don't know.
Oh, come now, that would
I
be
didn't
just
even
He would have
wanna
just
take
told
it.
us it was something
entirely
to
too
warn
much
us.
sense.
Yeah?
He could have lied. Obviously.
He
He
seemed
wanted
like an
us
up
to
and up
get him.
guy.
He wanted to kidnap you just now.
I
I'm
wonder
quite
if
sure.
that guy sucks enough to use that Spectre on to kill him as the assassination target.
Hmm.
If he's too strong, then no. But we have Assassin Ghost.
We do.
Envoy can't send the message that I told him a week if we kill him on the way.
What if someone in town knows what this is? Isn't that what you were saying?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, we should probably take it back, see if it's known for something, and if
Right.
not, then dispose of it as dangerous.
All right,
Or
I
run tests.
will. No
or run
tests.
tests. We can put it in the lab, figure out what it is.
Oh,
I-
can we make one of the rooms at our new house a laboratory? Did that work?
No,
I thought that's
we
what
do
the
have
powder
a
room
lab
was
already.
for.
Yes.
We are not going over this again. We're not there. I don't want to hear more about our
We do it in
decorations.
Seth's room.
We do
Yes,
have.
in
Yeah, we
Seth's
could do it
room.
in Seth's room as close as we
Yeah,
can.
the
My
brewery.
room is my.
Wait a
It
second.
goes
I'm
in the
not,
brewery.
you got me
We
on
can-
house stuff.
We can drip a little bit on his pillow at night without him knowing. See what happens.
No,
in the
no,
morning.
we're not going to do that. We are going to give it to someone who knows what they're doing.
So are we
And we're going
heading
to warn
back
them.
from here, or are we going to Ardenvossholtz? Because I thought we were going to go from here because we're like some of the way there. Isn't it
Well,
now?
actually, you're not. You're kind of. You need to go back to Valaki and then head west
Okay.
to get to Argenvost. So
Thank you, voice in the sky that tells me directions. So here's what we're gonna do.
you instinctively remember her saying it is westward from here, and you
Oh,
went
yeah.
northward. Of course, you could take a nice jaunt through these pleasant woods and try to take a shortcut
Yeah, no.
if you want.
Okay, we'll go back. We will give this to someone who is an expert. We will tell them and warn them where it came from and the potential harm it could do. See if they know anything, and then we will carry on our way.
Yeah, like that Rictavio guy, right?
Ricky Tiki Tavio?
Rictavio might
yeah.
know. The
Ticky Ricky.
innkeepers at the Blue Water Inn might know.
Well, we're losing what light we have, so let's go.
Yep.
All right, all right.
Okay.
I
in
will
that
carry
case,
it for
then,
now.
let's you wander back south down the road, back towards Valaki, which so I find the damn map for Valaki. What did you do with it? There it is. Okay. Oh, and I need to get rid of that. Alrighty. Yeah, so you wander back into town. Whereabouts do you want to go? I mean, the first place of note you will come to will be here outside of Lady Fiona Voctor's house.
I feel like she's the best option.
Not far down the road from there is the tavern, and not far from there is your house.
Let's start with Factor.
Yes, I think she's the most informed on what's going on outside
Also,
of town.
she has little tiny demon minions, and that's interesting to me.
is interested.
Okay. Then you bang on Lady Fiona's door. You find her house. There it is. Voctor House. Okay, remembering, if you do, that she does not allow dogs in the house. You guys arrive at the door. Obviously, it is very late. It's a very, very late hour. The early wee hours of the morning at this point.
Tell Whiskey to sit. Be a good boy.
Okay.
All right. I guess we'll just
Probably
knock.
going to be upset at how early it is.
Yeah, it's like 1 or 2 in the
FYI.
morning. But if
We
you
could
bang
leave
on the
it with a
door,
note.
it's not long. A little longer than normal. The door is opened. And Lady Fiona's valet kind of like looks out. It is quite a late hour. Do you have important business?
Yes,
I would, of
we
course,
do.
normally chase you away with a broom, but Lady Vocta has expressed an interest in you, so, she notified me to say that if you arrive, I should let her know regardless of the day and time.
This is important. Yes. So sorry.
Very well. Please come to. Come in. And he'll kind of show you into the kitchen area. Kitchen here.
Oh, the dining area.
Yep. He'll. Please take a seat. I will. Let her know that you have arrived.
I'm gonna feed the fire and inspect closely this fireplace.
Okay.
You little shit. You little
Yeah, there's
stinker.
plenty of dry wood sitting right next to it. It was down to bare embers, but without much effort at all. You put a couple of pieces of wood on, give it a good poke, and get some flame going. It's about 20 minutes before Lady Fiona Vocta comes wandering in. She is fully dressed, but has very limited and haphazardly done her makeup, and her hair is kind of pulled back in like just a quick makeshift bun. She says, "It is the wee hours of the morning. Is there something of urgency that you need from me? I trust your home
Yes.
is of adequate liking."
I stretch out my arms with the wine bottle in it, like holding it very carefully, like it's going to
Okay.
explode. I'm like,
You have brought me a gift. This could have waited till tomorrow, but I am.
It's
no, you don't understand. This is very dangerous. We don't know what it is. We thought you could
Then
help
why did you bring it here?
because
Father,
we
please.
don't have anyone else to help. My children want to use it
Miss
for
Proctor,
tests on
please.
rats.
It is early. Please take a seat and we'll
Okay.
converse.
She has got a very kind of a single raised eyebrow and looks somewhat puzzled and concerned all at the same time.
Gonna
Perhaps
lean
you
more
should
closely.
put it there on the table.
Oh,
The
okay.
other end of the table.
The kitchen table or the coffee table or
No, at the end of the kitchen table, perhaps
okay.
as far away from all of us as possible, if it is indeed dangerous.
I'll put it down over there at the end.
Okay.
Please
What
join
is
me
it
here.
so that makes you think this is a dangerous bottle?
It was left by an envoy of, well, we can say Strahd now, can't we? We have reason to believe he's turning an eye towards the city. We thought it would be best you knew.
Oh, it is preposterous. He has not bothered with us in over 100 years. And if you're foolish enough to believe that the reason was because of this silly rituals that the past Burgomeister used to conduct in these weekly festivals and this masquerade of fake happiness,
I
you
believe
are-
no such thing, no.
Precisely. After all, what has changed? Nothing
Leadership.
other than Balaki will now be considerably more prosperous under a more moderate ruler.
And changes of leadership of neighboring towns might pry an eye, is all to say.
Well, as
Do
I've said,
be wary.
I find
I-
him less of a bother than many.
Hmm.
He
And you
really
have
is-
your agents.
If he is guilty of anything, it is neglect.
And also almost I would say an animosity in his neglect.
Well, so he gave you this gift of his bottle. Why would you think that it is dangerous? Perhaps it is just exactly that you think. It is just a gift.
And that's the most forward belief, I would say. But in dealing with a neglectful ruler of the land who might perhaps covet the leadership that you possess, in some sense, where you are now respected as the leader of this town. He might not have such a luxury with his own denizens. I just fear that with him looking unto you and your leadership and the town of Valaki now, as his eye must have come closer if we were to engage with an envoy of his.
Okay.
I do want you to be prepared.
Oh, that's not who I wanted. I grabbed the wrong person.
Who can it be? The quiet guy who just nods? He's weird.
That's who I wanted, yeah. Quiet nodding guy. Yep. Okay. So she rings her little bell and summons Quiet Nodding Guy, as you like to call him. And he emerges from this side door.
He's just so happy to be here.
Ernst, our guests and friends have a reason to believe that this bottle that is there on the end of the table might be in some way sinister. Could you please examine it? He politely nods and walks over and kind of crouches down and begins to look at the bottle all the way around it. And he kind of glances at Douglas as he's closest sitting, and he reaches up and picks it up. Gives it a little
Careful,
shake.
careful. Might be carbonated. You don't know.
And with that, takes a small dagger out, peels away at the wax seal that's kind of covering the cork, and pops it out. Immediately, you notice steam kind of begins to waft out.
Douglas leans back, really burnt his chair. Oh. Oh no, a second one. Oh.
He puts it back on the table. And he says, for the first time you actually, I think, heard him speak, he says, "A lovely, warm, and excellent spiced mulled wine."
And this was the most reasonable assumption, yes.
He says, "So, you feel all right, Ernst? You don't feel sick?" Shakes his head. She goes, "Are you sure? No ill effects at all? No?
Well, it could
You
be
may
slow
go.
release.
Should you suddenly drop dead, let me know." And with that, he kind of wanders back through the door. He says, there, you see? Seems to be safe enough. Perhaps you are overly suspicious. I understand that some things here in Barovia are not altogether friendly, but maybe not everything is out to get you. Maybe we just tone the paranoia down a little.
And
Instead of
sometimes
here,
be
maybe to here.
difficult. As we found
To be fair, he
someone made pies out of children, so after that
Yeah.
happened, it was tough.
I mean,
hard.
to be fair, those
Past
those were hags.
One time.
This man made my son hear the screams of a million souls being killed, tortured.
Well, that doesn't sound very pleasant.
No,
Are you sure it wasn't just the wind howling?
Octavius, was it just the wind howling?
Are you sure? Sometimes these strange shaped
Don't
trees
lie to us,
can
son.
manipulate the wind to sound like strange sounds, and also the foxes. You ever heard the fox scream? It sounds very human. Perhaps amalgamation of the winds.
Don't make
And
it
the
sound cooler than it is, just to impress us.
You're right.
We've talked about this.
It could have been a mixture of the wind and a million foxes screaming at once in my brain. Let me ask you a question. Did anybody else hear a million foxes screaming? Just
No,
that's a serious question. Did
No,
anybody
I
else
didn't.
Okay.
didn't hear not
No.
even one single fox.
Okay, well then logic would lead me to believe that yes, it was just in my head and it was emanating from the gentleman who was on the carriage.
who was giving us a nice, sweet, mulled, spiced wine just because.
Well, you can't judge a person by their worst acts, right? Like, you know.
Okay,
No, their worst acts?
that's
Oh, you absolutely can.
That's kind of exactly what we have to do here.
If he were the enslaver of a million screaming souls, let the guy give a good gift. You don't hold that against him, you know?
He still's great to bring
Even
the white
Hitler
elephants,
probably
you know?
sent great
Like...
Christmas presents to all of his friends.
Oh my god.
God. She says, well, now we can see that this is not quite so urgent. If there is anything else that I can help you with.
Yeah, one thing. The mother and the child who was brought to like your jail, are they released under this new regime, new thing you're doing? The people who weren't happy enough that were sent away.
That's quite a bit of.
They should be.
Ought to check on the reclamation center and see if there's anybody locked up. I didn't even think about that.
There's
They
quite
should.
a bit of
I'll do it first thing
civilianship
in
there.
the morning.
Thank you.
Yes,
I'm sorry for the late hour.
I'll send my son. I'll send Nikolai, or maybe Carl. I'll send them both, and tell them that if there's anybody at the reclamation center, that they should be given an immediate pardon, and all the proverbial slates or such minor crimes will be wiped clean. How does that sound? Does that sound very
Thank you.
benevolent of me?
That sounds great. Thank
Good,
you.
excellent. Arkansas, thank you for that. Gifting a sub to Hobbs 138. If you're in
The paranoia over a bottle.
Okay. Is there anything else you want with her, or are you happy to
No, well,
depart? You guys hitting the road for Argenvoshtolt now, or are you going to just crash at your house and leave in the morning?
Probably do like a short rest out of that, yeah.
yeah, let's crash at our house and then.
Yeah, I mean,
head
you
out
guys
first
have
thing in the
been kind
morning.
of out and about a good bit today. Okay, we'll move you all outside. Get out! And in that case, we'll move you. Is that your house?
Kind
Nope,
lady.
that is not your house. That's slightly worse than your house. And that's not your house. I'm having a hard time finding your house. Is it this one? Yeah, there it is. One that you've been doing your best designs on. Okay. All right.
Forgot about all our scribbles all over the room.
Yeah, well, you'd been deciding how you wanted your house to be decorated in its complete emptiness. Bearing in mind, you've got one room where they piled a bunch of beds in for you, and that's about it. Alrighty, well, while you guys are resting up there, we're going to take this opportunity to take a short break. Alrighty. So
I
you
guess we have to
guys
play
back in
D&D
your
now.
house. You're back in your house.
You're back in your house.
Back in your house. Okay.
Well, hello, siblings. Who wants to have a regular talk?
We
Come,
somehow
children.
got way off of topic here.
Well, I guess.
Okay.
So this is all D&D related, guys. This is
Absolutely.
All of it.
all sanctioned D&D
This
official
is all
content.
discussed. It's all Baldur's Gate 5 stuff. That's it. So,
That's right.
okay.
I was just gonna go to bed. I mean, I didn't want to. It's late.
What did you do with the suspect bottle of wine, or should I say
We left it
the
with them,
mulled
didn't
wine?
we?
You left it at her house?
Yeah.
Left it on the
I
table?
I
Okay.
don't want to take it with us, so unless anybody else disagrees with that choice, I would have left it with them.
Left it with who?
Okay. So,
With the guy?
Seth, are you actually going to sleep like on the kitchen table, or what's the deal?
Well, no, I'm dragging a bed in there. I just can't access the token.
Okay,
But I'm
that's
dragging the
your
bed,
intent.
moving the table over, shutting the door.
Okay,
Thank you.
there, one bed.
So comfy.
Is anybody else moving a bed to their room?
I'm gonna try to get away with it being a family sleepover and see if my children say no or not.
I'm too tired to fight it
Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a
everyone,
family
let's
sleepover.
tuck in. Do our
All right.
family good night
There you
roll
go.
call.
Will you sing the song?
Of course I will. Which one do you want?
The one you sang to us when we were nervous.
Okay. Sleep tight, my little ones. Don't worry about the world. No. Sorry.
Better get some of
Please.
that mulled
Hold
wine.
on,
Please,
hold on. I'm
don't
a little rusty.
Father, please do not stop.
Sorry. Nothing will come to cause you harm. Sleep now, my little ones. Daddy will watch over you.
Okay.
Beautiful, Dad.
What an
Beautiful.
angelic voice is all this, Father.
It's been a long time since you've let me sing that to you guys. I got a little tear in my eye.
Oh yeah, seeing as we're all gonna die in a week, it seems fitting.
Oh boy.
Way to
Jim
bring
was
the mood
asleep
down,
already.
buddy.
Oh, you know.
Alrighty. Yeah. So after that, so let's go to the map of Barovia, and show
Sing
you
the exact
guys.
same song later. Make sure you remember it.
Yeah, exactly, word for word. I don't want to hear
Okay, can
change.
someone clip that so I can
Jeez.
Yeah, clip it so that Crispy can remember it. Learn it off
Yeah,
by heart.
I need the lyrics quickly.
I'm currently composing my cover.
The cover,
Perfect. Please give me. Actually, I need the music to that.
the metal cover version.
Mhm.
I'm putting it in A minor, but it does this weird diminished thing with a D major in it. It's interesting. I don't know.
Got it all ready to go. Alrighty. Let me see. You guys are there.
Don't worry, Sess. We're gonna make it a music video, Jane and I.
Yeah. Full blown. We'll use AI for
for imaging.
to represent
Okay.
Christy.
As a loving dad,
Right.
and you're all my little babies.
Well,
But I want the baby
basically,
versions of you.
your journey. Bring it over here. So yeah, your directions are pretty much to do this. Go this way, and 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 this way. And Argenvoshtolt is on the top of a big hill, right there.
We're gonna take your word for it, Gore.
So if you guys kind of get up nice and early and head out, you can get there in a day. It is achievable with a good pace underneath you.
Is the lady with the piss bottles outside the wall?
That little herbalist, yeah, she'll be out there.
Oh, she's back. Yeah.
She'll be outside. Her little hut, which is kind of on the outskirts of Valaki over here.
Yeah. I'm not stopping in. I'm just curious to see if she's up and about.
Well, it
Nothing seems
depends
to
on
bother
what
her.
time you guys leave, doesn't it?
Well, we were up late, so we'll sleep in a little and then leave. At least till 8 a.m.
Okay, so you're not going to get up at the crack of dawn. You're going to wait, let the morning start, the cocks crow, get a good breakfast, and then head off?
Sure.
Okay.
Preferably. Some sausage.
Well, in that case, it will be quite late by the time you get there, but you can still achieve it. You'll just arrive late evening as opposed to early evening. Not a problem.
Bring on the worst things because it's dark.
Yeah, why would you
Always.
want to get in a hurry? Okay. Let me see, where is the map? Return the map. Okay. Well, you set out around 8 a.m., as you just said. And from there, you head out. Most of the day goes fairly uneventful. The roads themselves, I mean, you've traveled this road a few times now. You cross the stone bridge. As always, it is mostly the roads are harrowed with thick, dense trees on both sides. Beyond that, and the sounds of wildlife, it is just cold and damp, and the mist clears out just before lunch and drifts very quickly back in as soon as the sun starts to settle. It is probably you're going to get to about here by the time it gets to late evening, and heading en route in that direction. I do need to do one thing real quick. I can remember which one of these I used. Because I don't remember which one I used. There it is.
One sec, I'm just going to turn on my overhead light, but I'm not gone. Just
Okay, no, you're good.
Don't worry, guys. I didn't just disappear. Don't worry. I'm still coming back.
Still
I didn't
physically
just-
here.
I didn't just disappear, okay, everyone? I'm not a cat, okay?
I did just
Like, why is
vanish
it-
aimlessly.
I'm not a cat.
I'll go
Why
ahead
is
and
it so
put you
dark in
guys-
here? There we go.
I'm putting you in approximately the order that I assume you're in, but not necessarily. You can move yourselves once I get you there. All right. Okay. Can you see yourselves there? Did I have that revealed? Yeah, you can. Okie dokie. Yep, as I said, it's started to get dark. The mist has rolled in to kind of give it that weird, eerie feel that most of the roads in and around Barovia have. While you're walking, however, the temperature seems to be declining very quickly. Like, you've noticed it here before, because the temperature does tend to get cold rapidly, but it seems exceptionally cold this evening. Like, unpleasantly cold. Anybody that's got a cloak and a hood is going to feel like the urge to really kind of... and there's quite a wind kind of blowing through down the pathways and stuff like that. The weirdest thing is, it doesn't seem to just continually come from one direction. Like, you're walking into the wind, and then almost instantly it seems to, like, bluster you from behind, like it's coming from both directions.
Put on my extra coat, the one that I stole from the house a long time ago.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you would, I would like you to give me... I guess it would really be... Yeah, everybody give me a perception check.
Okay.
Hey, the brothers have got it.
Hey,
Oh, everybody's done pretty well.
Hey.
Okay.
nice.
You've definitely... All of you have felt that this decline in temperature is definitely more rapid than any that you have felt before. You are all very aware that the wind is blowing forward and backwards, like coming up from behind you and then wisping around you and hitting you from the front, almost like the wind is actually like with you, deliberately trying to deter and buffet you. It feels most unnatural. You also notice that there are strange movements in the trees, but the most eerie thing is, while you can see movements, the movements themselves are not affecting the brush, they're not affecting the trees themselves. Nothing else is moving. Like, when the wolves attacked you that time in the wood, you heard the trees snap. You saw you heard the twigs break. You saw the brush move as they come rushing out. None of those things is happening, but there is definitely movement. Something is moving in and amongst the trees there, on both sides of the road. What do you guys want to do?
Where is Whiskey looking?
Whiskey is growling at this point. Again, his ears are like tucked way down. Unlike when you met Rahadin and he just cowered, he seems to be more on edge, but aggressively so. Like he's scared, he's like angry at something and senses something. His hackles on the back of his neck are all up, but his ears are still pushed down because clearly he doesn't quite know what it is and doesn't really feel brazen enough to take it on, whatever it is.
I'm going to cast Primeval Awareness, if I may.
Pop it.
Let me see.
Like it's hard. Okay.
Just to see if that narrows it down a bit.
Okay. You go ahead and cast that and begin to focus. You start to get this bizarre feeling begin to well up in your stomach. It's a feeling of like repulsion, and it's almost like difficult to describe, but it's like you're smelling something acrid and horrible on the wind.
Okay.
You feel the presence of something entirely unnatural and vile.
Okay.
And it's kind of on both sides of the road, to the left and the right of you.
Okay, so it's pinging for sure.
Oh, absolutely, it is. I mean,
is nearby.
and
Okay.
it's definitely something.
But I can't discern which of the
Well, you
things.
know
I
it's
just
something
know-
nasty, so it's not going to
Yeah.
be celestial,
It's not
dragons,
a-
elementals, fays. This is like
Gotcha. Something.
something abhorrent, something,
Yeah.
this is like aberrations, undead, that kind of feel. That's
Okay.
This is the feeling you get when those very unnatural things are around.
We got ghosts. That's not my character saying that.
Zoinks!
That's just me.
Okay.
I'm going to pull up my bow and relay to the family. Everyone, be on high alert. Something unnatural's in the woods. It's stinky.
The movement we see, is it like oh, that's a motion of something, or is it?
Yes, there's
Okay.
and that's the weird thing, is you can see motion and movement in the woods, but it is not affecting anything. So
They've got no clip on.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
They're hacking.
Hacks.
Do you guys, is there anything while nothing is, I mean, you get especially you, Douglas, you can feel
Yeah.
it's closing in on you. The feeling is just intensifying.
Where do we go, Dad?
I'm gonna almost instinctively drop a fairy fire on the moving thing, wherever I notice it is most,
Okay.
just to see if I can light it
Pop
up.
that for me. Okay.
And then I'm gonna, if I may. Who do I want to
And
give
the
this to?
range is 60 feet, each object in a 20-foot cube. You doing it to the left side of the road or the right side of the road?
Whichever one's gonna catch my eye first, I figure with my 27 perception.
Where are
it
you?
would
Okay,
be-
you're here, so you're on the right side of the group, so probably the right side is what your peripherals are gonna see
Okay.
first. Okay.
I'm gonna touch Octavius's shoulder and be like, "All right, son, it's ghost hunting time," and I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good, obviously evil,
Yeah,
on
okay.
there, on him.
All
does
right,
that
so
do?
for 10 minutes.
Disadvantage on their attack rolls against you,
Ooh, okay.
and you can't be charmed or frightened or possessed
so
while you're battling them.
That's Trip's done a thing. Douglas has done a thing. Everybody else, you got a thing you can do before anything else happens.
Yeah,
Whether
Octavius
it
is
be
gonna.
move somewhere, position yourself somewhere, take an action.
Yeah, Octavius is gonna take now feeling a little more emboldened, almost feeling this new source of bravery kind of course through him. He's gonna take a step forward, and as he pulls his sword out of his sheath, he's gonna glide it across his hand, activating his Crimson Right.
Okay.
Which makes the sword shine as it comes up 20 feet in all directions to kind of help give us a little bit of a halo around us to see out in the distance a little bit.
Give me your D6 roll.
Yes, of course. It's going to be a 6 because it always is when I roll this roll.
5.
Close
Okay.
enough. It's always high.
Right, yep. So
Every
you basically
time.
cut your own hand, and the
Yep.
blood is what fuels it.
Yep.
5 points of damage. Okay.
Okay. got it.
Seth, you want to do anything?
Right hand, bare fist, left hand, special dagger that was gifted to me by my little ones.
Little punch
Yay!
dagger. Okay. And last but not least, young Gemma. You wish to do
Nice.
anything?
Yeah, I right behind Seth, so I just put my hand on his back, saying, "Got this," and I'm casting a True Strike on him.
Okay.
You did Portent already, right? Or Portent, or whatever
Yeah,
that's
well,
called.
I mean,
did
I
it last episode, right?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
that's-
that,
You can
okay.
keep them.
Just making sure.
Okay, so basically, yeah, Seth, on your next attack, you will gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target.
Nice.
Sweet. Alrighty. Emerging from the woods.
Uh-oh.
As they begin to get closer, you start to be able to make out the shapes. Each one looks like the form of a semi-corporeal warrior of some kind, wearing old, ancient-looking armor. Like their bodies were heavenly decayed, but these are not skeletons, these are not zombies. These are, as I said, they're very incorporeal and altogether vile and evil. And this is where that stem of disgusting aberrant is coming from, in the pit of Douglas's stomach. Octavius,
Yeah.
if you want to give me a monster hunting roll,
What would you like me to roll?
as a monster hunter, you would use your where is it? History,
History. Okay.
because it's like knowing old shit.
Ooh, not
Okay.
bad.
Yeah. Things that you would know. These are definitely some form of specter. Things you know about specters is you can forget most physical stuff harming them. They can't be charmed, frightened. Grabbing them is a bad idea. You can't poison them. All of the general things that would apply to make certain attacks pointless. You would also know without, or you would know for sure, that because of the very substance of them, cold, poisons will do nothing. Even fire, lightning, normal kinds of attacks will do very little for them. To harm these things, really, you are going to need magical energies. Including, magical weaponry will work, but it's definitely waiting in there with bare fists or waiting in there with mundane weapons is going to do little to nothing except get you killed, probably.
Okay, I would I relay all that to my team.
Okay, yep.
And just basically say, like, any attack should be some sort of magical attack. Don't get too close.
They're also known to have psychological effects on their opponents, too.
Yeah.
Like, it can weigh down on you. Fighting these things can be emotionally harrowing.
Okay.
So
Yep.
you need to be wary of that.
Fill them all in with what I know.
Okay. They come out of the tree lines very, very slowly initially, giving all of you time to react to that. They're not like bolting forward to make a sudden attack. It's literally just almost like they're just slowly pressing out of the trees to make their presence known. Probably a great time for you guys to give me some initiative rolls.
Yeah. Oh, boy. All right. Initiative.
Twinsies.
The Winsing.
So the fairy fire didn't touch that crowd, huh?
I'm gonna do that here in a second.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
I haven't forgotten you.
Oh, I get 2 on my initiative.
Do.
So I'm taking the first.
No, take that one. It's much nicer.
I see 2 on yours.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it rolled
Oh, yeah.
already. My bad. Okay.
But
still got a
also,
16.
don't have that one.
Yeah, you still got a 16.
You're good.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got Gemma, Octavia, Seth, Douglas, Trip. Let me see where your new friends are going to go.
I wouldn't call them friends.
We don't know that yet.
They're not cool enough to be my friends.
Oh, come on.
Hey, you want it on the initiative or on attacks? I mean, just saying.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Okay.
Grumble, grumble.
Alrighty. So, starting at the top of the round, they all kind of emerge slowly from the trees. You're, at the time of casting, you could affect potentially 2 of those with your fairy fire. They've got a DC. Oh, wow.
It's
Okay.
the 16 dex, yeah.
I don't like that. Oh, wow.
Mm.
Pass.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oi.
But no
Okay,
pass.
well.
We
Okay.
got one.
This one,
Ooh, 7? Damn.
we will. Tint a little different color. He is lit up by fairy fire. Okay. It is their turn to go first. So check my distances.
Way too far. Too far.
30 feet. Sorry.
No, that's too far. Too far. Oh, no, Gore, I was here. Did
It's
you not
difficult
okay.
hear
terrain.
me?
It's difficult terrain to go through those trees, though.
Oh, it would be if you weren't corporeal.
If it were a
Oh,
specter,
No.
seeing as that they don't even move the trees and twigs when they move.
I've seen Casper. He gets stuck on stuff sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's only when he's wearing those boots.
Yeah, you gotta roll for ectoplasm.
Maybe they have boots.
Do I look like Christina Ricci to these
Oh,
ghosts?
this is
Maybe
how
they
we
like
die.
me.
This is it.
Our eyes aren't big enough.
Okay, they just suddenly bolt forward in an alarming rush of wind. Like they almost like get tearing. Like their physical form almost tears apart as they come busting forward, and then it just reforms as they arrive. They seem to have no care for who or what it is. Anything living, as far as they're concerned, is a viable target. Whatever is closest to them, they're going to have their unpleasant attack and their unpleasant way with attacks. So,
Goodbye, whiskey.
we're going to start with whiskey.
No.
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 He'll have death saving throws, guys. Don't worry if he goes down.
Hold on, let me pull up his stats since we're gonna fucking fuck him up.
Undead have weird ways of messing that up.
Well, that obviously.
Oh, whiskey.
What are all these? Whoa! What are these 20s?
I don't think so, Gore. Is the
No,
thing.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Hey, at least it's not you.
Yeah, but
I guess. Well, honestly, I guess kind of true.
no.
The first attack
He'll be fine.
is a terrible spectral blade slashing down on whiskey.
Are these all on whiskey?
No.
Yes.
Them all on whiskey?
Did they all just like go around the
No!
dog? It's like
Oh my god.
Whiskey.
such a dick move.
Act like you're sleeping.
Play dead, whiskey. Bang.
Okay.
Okay. What are
so,
you doing to my pup?
whiskey with a crit
Oh.
Holy
takes
well.
25 points of slashing damage.
Well, here, gang, he's down. So
Well,
we don't have to worry
how
about
many hit points
Well,
does whiskey
how
have?
much?
12.
Oh fuck.
He's a dumb little companion.
He's fully
He's a
Then
dead.
if you
dead.
go from full to minus
Yeah,
your
I-
full,
You're toast. Instant death.
That's
I
ridiculous.
forgot, is Whiskey a real dog or a...
He's just
Is
a
it
and
dog.
what's
A
worse
ghost dog?
is he took
Or-
that much necrotic damage on
Or
top
is
of
he
it.
one of those
I am
summoned
afraid-
dogs?
Whiskey
Oh my god.
has ceased to exist. Whiskey has literally just been probably nigh on decapitated by this damn thing.
Run.
Say a little prayer. Whiskey just got
Ah.
killed.
I know that I'm a blood hunter,
Who's
but
doing that? Who's doing that little sound?
That was me.
That's the bard.
Shag it cute.
Octavius enters rage. Didn't know
Yeah.
he could do that, but
Also,
he does.
same
now,
with
so.
Douglas. All of us now have double rage.
Evan,
It
Double
stacks
rage.
just like in BG.
Right?
I can stack it.
Seth.
Yo.
16.
Yeah, that absolutely is.
You will receive 13 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And then on top of that,
Oh,
11
Jesus
points
Christ.
of necrotic damage.
Yeah, that hurts.
Insane.
That's smarts.
Okay.
Thank you, Gore.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, Octavius.
Yeah. Disadvantage, first of all.
They have disadvantage, which is awesome for you.
Yeah.
As soon as you stepped up and basically like, come on!
Bring
You've
it.
got-
Oh, now I
you've got
want
two.
it.
You've got two.
Good.
Of them.
Make it 3.
So
Please.
Yeah, please. Can I make it 3?
Because they can very easily one-shot me.
hey, if they crit, yeah.
No, they don't need it.
I don't think they can one-shot you without it.
Yeah. They roll 2d8 necrotic on top. They could one-shot me. I only got 28 HP. Like I'm a little guy.
I'll try and see if I
Just a
can
sweet
make
little
this.
guy.
See if I can make this macro work.
Hey. I'm just a little guy. And you know what else?
What?
It's my birthday.
Aww.
You gotta hit a little guy on his
We
birthday?
can't hurt Sag. Little woman on her birthday. Come on.
Okay, let's see.
You don't
if
care.
They don't care.
He kills dogs and doesn't even
He
think
kills
twice about it.
dogs. Yeah.
Right, I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. We'll see.
I need another
see what happens.
margarita.
Oh, that works. That works
Oh
perfect.
yeah,
Works
take that, you
fine.
son of a bee.
Works perfect.
That's a disadvantage roll. Yeah.
Yeah, works perfect. Next.
Why did that not roll 2?
Doesn't matter. It
I'm going to
worked
take that
perfect.
one
It
anyway.
rolled all the one we
1d20.
needed.
So we're
Keep
gonna call
I mean,
that.
it was, you know,
It rolled all it needed to, Gore.
Oh, because
You
I
have to
rolled
do
1
2
d20.
D20.
I typed it in right and then broke it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You need 2d20 to keep on it.
That's fine. He misses.
And the second one. Damn it. Oh, because I needed space.
That's a miss.
And the second one will miss you.
I love that you can just incur disadvantage.
More.
You're amazing.
More.
Big for us.
Now, the one that's attacking you, Trip, also has disadvantage.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, no, it doesn't. You
He
have
doesn't. I have advantage to hit him. I was going
You
to
have
say that's
advantage,
wonderful.
that's
I
right.
can't incur disadvantage. I just make people hit things more.
Right, that's it.
Aw.
So, Trippy.
Oh God, yeah,
that a
that's
hit?
a hit.
Oh no.
Yeah, my AC's 15.
hey, mine too.
I'm just a bard, you know.
Well, the
Oh.
bullet was only 7.
you lucky
Oh, my
And
God.
then you also get 8 necrotic. So,
Oh.
15 total.
Jesus.
This is bad though.
Yeah.
Okay, Gemma,
Not-
what you got for us, Gem?
Yeah.
Sandwich between
quick-
your uncle and your dad.
The quick glance looking at my uncle. Does he have on those brass things that he got?
He has one.
I
of them.
have one on my left hand.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not.
we knew it's not magical, right? It's not.
It is
It's
not
silver,
magical. It's
but
silver,
it's not
but it's not magical.
No.
All right. I spend a bonus action first on another one on Seth, and I you got this again. Please help us. And I turn your little brass thing magical
Okay.
based on what my brother just told me. And then I'm going to hurl
You can leave it there. Just I'm gonna hurl.
I'm gonna hurl. And then, after I hurl, I'm going to throw out magic missile, but I'm pumping it up to
Okay, give me
third
just
level.
a second, if you will.
Sure.
Just trying to find something. Don't know if I have one. I thought I did.
A heart.
There we have one.
Oh, you're doing a dead dog? That's yeah.
Oh,
Thor,
God.
you fucking monster.
So anyway,
I don't appreciate that one bit.
Oh.
okay. So Jane,
Should be noted, I'm below half.
so as bonus action, you're casting magic weapon on Seth.
Yeah.
Right, okay, and that's concentration. So as long as you keep that up, and it lasts like an hour, and then
Yeah.
you want to unload on a magic missile. Which one do you want to unload on?
The one that was attacking Satch. Why am I
The one over here.
Trip? Oh no, is that the one that's got?
Yeah, that's the one that
That's the
nearly
one that's
killed
got
me.
a, you've got advantage to hit that one with a magic. If you use a magic missile, it kind of wastes that because it's going to
Yeah,
hit
I
no
don't
matter
want that
what.
one. I don't want that one.
This is the one that killed Whiskey.
Oh,
Hit him hard. Hit him hard, Jane.
Good. Yes. I turn to the one that killed Whiskey, and I I'm casting magic missile at 3rd level to get 2 more. And
Get him.
All right, you blast the first one for 20 points of damage as the dark purple and black tendrils fly behind your unpleasant-looking ball of light as it splits into numerous individual missiles and blast inside, and you can kind of see them exploding inside of this thing, bursting little pieces of corporeal ghost energy kind of out to the sides, almost like it's like popping little water balloons in it. Octavius.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I just swing at one of the ones ahead of me. I guess the one here.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. So, which one has fairy fire? Or the one that's brown has fairy fire?
Yeah,
on it?
It
the
is.
one,
Okay.
the one that attacked me.
I just wanted to double check that I didn't want to throw myself advantage. Okay, that's a 23 to hit.
Okay. You hit the. Which one are you hitting?
The one to the left here. The one
Okay,
in front
alright.
of me here.
So that would be what we call number 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So you hit it
No.
for-
I'm sorry. No. I'm attacking the one that's attacking. I'm sorry. The one that's attacking my brother.
Okay, so the
for-
one that you have advantage.
I'm
to
switching.
hit.
So I do have advantage. So let me roll that one more time, just to see if I crit on it. So I want to get this guy off of him
Yeah,
as
yeah,
he just got
sounds worth it.
smacked.
No,
Okay, so there we go. So I don't know which. If you want to take the first damage, that's
No,
fine. I
I'll
don't
take the
care.
damage that goes with the dice that you rolled because it would have. You know.
Okay,
So that's 12 points of piercing damage.
and a d6, and this is radiant damage, by the way.
Let me see if they do they have any.
And if it's are they undead? Or no? I don't think they are, right?
Are considered undead. Yes.
They are. So I also get an extra d6 of damage against them as well.
Okay, there's no bonus damage. They don't take double radiant, but you do get the extra
Okay,
damage for
I
the.
do get another d6 against them.
17. Okay, good slash with that weapon.
Is he
Seth.
still? Oh, hold on. I get 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Ooh.
Is he still up?
Get him.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
him. Get him.
Okay.
So earlier you said you threw me off when you said I guess I'm going to make one attack on one of these guys, and I was like, okay, not sure why only one, but
Yeah. 18 to hit.
yep. So
Okay.
8 points of piercing damage
And
plus
then
2d6.
2d6. Correct.
Ugh.
Why did I only roll one? 1 and 4.
13.
And again, this is all radiant damage. So
Okay.
not just normal damage. He's
Yep.
still up?
It is, but it is looking very much more
Jesus
kind of wispy
Christ.
and tore down.
Scary. Okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, you only hit it once. I mean, you've only attacked it once.
Wait!
Do more
Attacked it
stuff.
twice.
Wait!
Well, twice. Yeah.
Do more
One attack.
things.
Hold on. Oh, this one's almost down. Oh, fuck. I gotta do it,
Kill him.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I can't
Yeah.
do damage to it.
Oh.
But I can. Oh, where's all my stuff?
Oh, boy.
This one already has, because you have that thing where because you did
Yeah,
piercing
yeah.
damage, you can make it to where any other piercing damage.
That's what I'm doing. It's the right of. Here we go. Boom. Blood curse of exposure.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing to it. I'm not
Which means it
amplifying
loses its damage immunities. So,
Correct.
for all intents and purposes, any of the things that it's immune to, it can now be hurt by.
Well, no, it's only. So I didn't amplify it, so
Oh,
it
you
loses
didn't
its
have- oh, okay,
damage
okay.
reduction.
Okay, then that's fine.
Because I know it's not immune. I know that it's just like it's damage reduction. So because I rolled a 21 on my knowledge, I'm like, well, it's not immune to it. It's just reductive to it. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just taking away the reduction to it.
That's right. Which
Okay.
means you could hit it with a.
A piercing, or I don't know, an arrow maybe, Dad.
Yeah, let me at him.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Or I don't know, a slashing thing or a
Because they are
punching
only
thing,
resistant.
Uncle.
They are only resistant to non-magical weapons, not immune.
Not anymore.
So
Right.
piercing
Yeah.
non-magical weapons will hurt this one now.
Correct.
Absolutely, good ability,
Yeah.
especially as long as you go first.
Yeah. Well, luckily I rolled a high.
All right, Seth.
So I am spending a moxie point to brace up
Okay.
because that hurt. That's smarted, so I want a little bit more of a buffer again.
So you get your D8 plus 6 plus 3.
So
Roll
I get
Nice.
14 temp hit points,
Okay.
and in a bid for desperation, I am going to punch the magic missile one over here.
Okay. Try to.
I got 2 attacks,
bring
so I'm
those
going to do
numbers
one
down.
with my fists and one with my weapon, my magically imbued weapon.
Don't your fists count as magical weapons as
They
well
do.
now? At this
They
level?
are now magical because
Oh.
I'm 6th level.
Yep.
So here's my fisticuffs, my
Jane's
punch.
like, well, what the fuck did I waste that spell on you for?
Yeah,
then?
You get advantage.
24 is a hit.
And no, I'm doing. That's the one on the magic missile, so it already took damage. So is that enough, or no? It's not enough, right?
Not if all you did was 6. No.
And there's my other one. Ew. Okay.
That did not hit.
Yeah, so that's all I can do.
You use your true strike.
Was that still up? I guess it was.
You haven't used it yet, so it
Well,
counts
then I'll
on
use
your
it.
first attack.
Oh.
So on the first attack you did,
That was the hit one, 24,
Here you are.
right?
Yeah, basically, on your next turn you gain advantage on your first attack roll.
Yeah.
So you hit it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you had
Sorry.
missed, you could have re-rolled it.
Yeah.
Okay. Douglas,
Okay. I'm
your
going
arrows can affect this one.
Yes, that is the one I am going
Most
for.
effect. I mean, they can affect all of them, but that's the only one that they're going to affect well. And you know this because your insightful little boy told you.
Yes. So I'm gonna pop up my Slayer's Prey, obviously.
Yep.
And then I'm going to shoot it with my bow.
And you are at advantage to shoot this one.
Am I? Okay.
Oh, and actually, let me change that because you're. He's fine that one.
Nice.
Okay, so
and then
6 points, but you also get your
Oh.
7.
Rolls are painful.
Oh, love that for me.
Do you have 2 attacks?
No, I only have one.
No,
attack,
because of the
fighter.
multi-class option thingy.
Hold on.
But you do have
If you-
some other things you can do, I think, if you
You
choose
do
to.
fighter based, yes.
And I'm looking.
You could at fighter level 2.
Hold.
Hold.
You got
Looking at
this.
my options.
So I got to mark off my.
So I want to
now.
use.
There we go.
I do want to use one of my superiority dice
Okay.
to hit it with distracting strike. Forgive me, I don't remember exactly how that works.
Do you have it written out there, or
I think they have to make a save, right? If you call it out.
there it is? Okay.
This is the distracting strike down.
When you
at
hit
the
a creature
bottom.
with a weapon,
Yeah.
you can extend one superiority dice. You add the superiority dice to the attack's damage roll. The next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than you has advantage if the attack is made before the start of your next turn. So whatever your superiority dice is, you get to add that damage.
Ooh.
Okay. So what is my superiority dice again?
D6?
Wait, I'm sorry. I
It's a
forget what
D8.
that-
It's a,
Oh, it's a D8 now. Okay, because
So I roll a D8, and that's what it is.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, might be.
It says you gain 1 superiority dice, which is a D6.
Yeah.
Unless it's gone up in level and it didn't. You know how that goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Come on, 6,
Yes.
Christy.
Okay. So rolling a D6.
Okay.
Cool.
So that rounds that up. Okay. So the good news is that one just dissimated into nothingness.
Oh, I'm not dead yet. I am not going at the same time as my dog. I get to mourn my dog.
For a long, long, long time. Okay. And last but not least, it's Trip.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna die.
Daddy
Holy.
saved you.
Yeah, no. So given that Daddy saved me and everything is so much better now, I'm going to turn immediately to Gemma and pat on a little bit of a bardic inspiration because she has a special ability to turn that into bonus kill. And I'm just gonna be like, blow them all back to hell. And then you're gonna see my mouth moving like real fast. Just like some kind of arcane speak that none of you speak. Maybe if you had time to look closely, Gemma, you would know what I was saying, but it's not nice stuff. But nobody can hear it except this guy. And he's
Okay.
not liking what I'm saying at all, I promise.
I know what you're doing. You're saying rude things to him.
Brutally.
No, I'm not just mocking him. I'm trying to kill him. I guess I should have probably gone with the one that's already been hit.
Yeah.
But I'm
They've
just
all
going
gotta
for the
die
one
at
that's
some point.
fighting Seth because I want Seth to punch shit.
Right.
And where are you? It's gonna be. Where are you at?
What? I think I know what you're doing, Satch.
Where are you at? Not that one. That's not one. It's this one.
That one's Seth.
Yeah, that one sucks. I want this one. And I'm gonna cast this. It's a level 1 spell. I'm casting it at level 3.
Okay.
Hopefully they're not immune to it.
They are not immune to psychic damage, no.
Hey.
They're
Cool.
immune to a lot of shit, but not psychic damage,
It
thankfully.
gets a bonus 2 dice, I believe, right?
And it gets to make a DC. It's a wisdom save.
Yeah, it's not my favorite word. Is making the
So
save.
it will
Oh,
make
meta.
the save. So it
And that
will
would be the
take
other.
half that damage, so it'll actually take 7.
And then the
Which one are you hitting?
I cast it at a higher level, so this
Yeah.
one here. The
This
one
is-
in the middle. Up
Gotcha.
top.
Okay.
Yeah. I was hoping to make him just F off, but
And
he
that
didn't.
extra 2d6, so actually it's 14 plus 9.
Yeah.
So 23, and it takes half of that, so it takes 14 points of psychic damage. But doesn't have to move away because it passed the save.
Yeah, I passed the save.
Okay. You did a thing. Good
I did a thing.
good thing.
Yeah.
And Gemma, now
you
you
did
get
a
a bonus
thing.
D8 next time you try to blow one up. So
All right. So we've got Gemma kind of like wedged. Am I to assume that based on the position, Doug, you would defend Gemma?
Am I in front of her? I can't tell.
You're like
where
on-
She's
she
on
is.
top of you. Her token is like
Yes.
jammed between the two of you. Like,
Yeah, I would be in front of her for sure.
okay. In that case, then logically, we're going to ignore her, seeing as there's a wall of large warm bodies around her.
We should probably move one of you a little
Gemma,
bit.
you should probably scoot back there.
Well, she's kind of between the two, so
I can't even click
here
on
I'll
mine
move
at
her
this
to
point.
there just so she can
There
be
we
seen a
go.
bit better. There you go.
You're like sitting on your dad's face.
All right, easy,
Ew.
Shagget. Jeez,
not
I know
like
we were
that,
talking
come
horny
on.
earlier, but
No, I was
calm
trying
down.
like, come on, I didn't mean that.
Calm
Jesus
down.
Christ.
All right. In that case, then he is going to swipe at Douglas. It's a 21.
Well, obviously that will hit you, son of a gun.
All right. Slashing damage is 8 plus. That's 11 plus. It should have had the 4, but for some reason I missed it. So 15 slashing damage. Oh, the 4 is there, but
It's just down
Ouch.
there.
It's just down there.
and then on top of that, 10 necrotic damage.
Ah.
Oh, shit.
Never
That's
mind, Gemma's in
21
front.
total damage.
That would
Okay.
kill Gemma.
Very, very hurt.
All right. Seth.
Yeah.
Second one swipes at you. Will hit.
Yeah. Ouchie.
For 14 physical.
Oh
Yeah,
my
there's
temp
your
HP.
temp HP, yeah.
Sucks.
So there went that.
Low the gates here,
and
please. Oh,
9
come
Wait.
on.
necrotic.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Messed that up.
And now we have our little boy.
Yes.
And you still have that thing that they have
I saw
disadvantage,
that thing.
right?
Disadvantage.
Yep. Okay, the first one.
It's a miss.
Oh, I did the wrong damn macro again. Hang on, I've got
Still a miss.
It is, but I've got to fix that macro
Yeah.
and recopy it. That's what I didn't do last time. Okay. And the second one
Oh, thank
will
God,
also
that's a
miss. Okay. That's them done. Gemma. That was y'all fared much better that round.
yeah. That's true.
What you doing?
But still gonna do some cool new things because I'm scared.
Cool new things.
Yes. As a bonus action, I cast Spirit Shroud.
Ooh.
Basically, any attacks that I make deals the extra 1d8 damage. It's gonna be, I'm calling it radiant damage for this one.
Okay.
And you also
And-
have my inspiration D8
I
anytime you want to throw that
do.
anywhere.
I do.
And you can pick basically a creature of your choice. You can basically ditz its movement down to 10 as well.
Yeah.
That's like a ridiculous move. I love that.
Fun stuff. So with that, I will cast Magic Missile at 2nd level, at the one that that killed Whiskey, and then I would like to add the
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration could be for attacks, right? For
Yeah.
get damage.
Yeah, we can, because
do it on either.
the variant
Okay,
for,
I'd like to do it on damage.
from Tasha's.
All right. So 15
Ooh, nice
damage,
damage.
plus
Plus the
extra
Spirit
D8.
Shroud and
Yeah, it's my
Yes.
inspiration die.
both.
Oh, yeah.
So 15, 27. And which one were you doing that on? The one that you'd
The one
already
that
hit?
killed Whiskey, yeah.
Okay, you've just decimated that one. It vaporizes. Okay, 2 down. Good job.
Okay.
Octavius.
Have either one of these two taken damage in front of me here? Or I guess have any of these three?
yes.
I can't keep them straight. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
I think you hit the one.
I hit
this
this
one.
one.
This
Both the two ahead of me?
let's see, that was number 2. This one here has taken some damage.
Okay, then I'm swinging at that one.
Okay, I think that's one Seth punched, maybe.
Well, I
Swinging.
punched the one right to my left, so
Yeah, and that's the one I hit with. This is also the one I hit with the psychic damage.
Oh, so that was.
Oh,
hurting
okay.
most.
Then I've got. Let me move this to where
So that one's been hit the most,
that's
fam.
actually. Okay,
Yeah,
there
that's
you
the one
go.
we hit the most.
Okay. Then I'm swinging at that one. 18 to hit.
Okay.
That will hit 13 points of piercing damage plus your extras.
2d6. Even.
Okay, so 19.
Still up?
He is right now,
You son of a bitch. Eat shit. Oh no.
and that
11
will
to
not
hit?
strike your target, sir.
What have I told you about cussing, son?
You didn't hear that. You're too busy probably
appropriate.
bawling about whiskey.
All right, Seth.
Kinda.
gonna do a double punch, same kind of combo.
Same one.
To the one that we're trying to get rid of right to my left.
Yep. Okay.
So first hits. Oh,
That will miss, I'm afraid, sir.
I'm gonna give you my 13 as portent for this next one.
Nice.
Ooh, there we go.
Well, that's the second punchy with the bladed thing.
Well, hang on. If she's giving you the 13,
Oh, for the first
Wait.
one?
It's 8. No, for the second. I can only do it in advance. For the second one.
Oh, well, that's even more a hit. I mean, that from a 10 to a 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, no, doesn't it just replace fully the entire?
replaces the
number?
dice roll, right?
The dice roll.
Yeah,
Okay,
not the bonuses. and
Yeah.
stuff.
No,
Okay,
it
okay,
replaced
okay.
the dice roll. He rolled a 10, so she
So
changed
now
that
it's
to
a
a
13.
13. So that's actually
Okay, okay.
21 is what he rolled.
I was
So,
confused on portent.
You hit.
And then I'm going to do a second moxie point.
Okay.
So it gives me 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. It's like a monk,
Actually,
like flurry of blows,
Okay.
right? Actually, what, Gore?
no, you're good. Keep going.
Okay, so this is 2 regular punches on that one,
Yep.
unless it goes down. El uno.
No, that's what I was about to say. Is actually you get 2, not 1. But
Yeah, I get
Ooh.
2 bonus hits.
There it
so-
is.
Hey!
20? At a bit.
Hey!
Natural 20!
Please go away, Ghosty Man.
You killed my dog.
Oh, throwback.
Wow.
Lord Wombi.
These ghosties came to my house today. They killed my
Okay,
dog.
so you
Throwback.
14
it.
points of damage on top of what's done. Now that one is destroyed. Well done.
So my second punch will be the one right in front of Octavius.
Sure.
There we go.
He's
Because-
absolutely close enough for you to... No problem. And that's it.
Yay! It's 6.
For 6 points. Tickled his fancy. All right, Doug.
Yes. Okay.
Um,
I am going.
Yeah, go ahead. None of these have been de-pierced, so just bear that in mind.
Okay.
You can still shoot them,
Yeah.
but they will have the damage.
Okay. Well, I'm
Kind of,
definitely
sorta.
going to pop Slayer's Prey on.
They won't have that, because that counts as...
Yes. We'll take that, and I'm going to go for the one directly in front of Octavius.
They kind of both are. So the left one?
This one.
Okay.
That one's taking damage, correct? I think.
Yeah, that's the one that
other-
they've been hitting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then, yeah, so there we go. No advantage on this, right? We didn't get Fairy
Correct.
Fire. No, okay. There's that. And that.
Okay, 16 is a hit. That would do 5 plus 5, so it's a total of 10. Okay. You shot it. As expected, the arrow kind of mostly whistled through it rather than do any real impact, but it is destroyed. I mean, it is doing some damage.
Okay.
Trip.
Wait.
Or Doug, if you've got more to do.
Doug's always got more to do. I love when Doug keeps going.
Keep on
I'm
going.
gonna use my action surge and hit it again.
Okay.
That's all right.
You can.
I don't know if Slayer's Prey enacts again.
Um,
on the
see.
same-
no, it says the
This is
first time
with-
each turn that you hit the target with a weapon attack. So it would not apply to subsequent times.
So this damage is gonna be not as effective
Yeah, because it won't have
if I
that.
do it this round.
Correct.
All right.
Or
I'm
you
gonna go
could-
for it. I could what?
I mean, you don't have to do it this round. You could save it till
Yeah.
you miss.
Yeah, I think I'll save it till I miss. Thank you. Sorry. I'm just trying to throw everything
Yeah, no, I just
at it.
you know. But yeah, if you save it till you miss a normal attack, it gives you a second chance to hit, and then if it does hit, it's the first time you hit, so it would apply. There you go.
Yes. We'll do that.
Okay.
I suppose.
It is their turn.
Ah! Ah!
Yeah, I mean they don't.
Oh, it's ah! Ah! It was my turn last time.
You sorry, Trip. I'm sorry. You only get a turn every other. You get one every 2 turns.
yeah,
I mean
now.
that makes sense. Yeah.
No, I apologize.
It's okay.
I looked.
I'm just trying to think how I can best spend all of my actions here. I'm going to this guy who is taking the least damage.
It is taking the least, as in no damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No is least
Very
in
much
this
the least.
scenario. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell him you can't even hit a child. And hopefully
Yes, I
incur more
can.
disadvantage
Yes, I
on him.
can. Yes, I can.
Mostly because that's my. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
So sassy back.
Not so much for the damage as the effect, but the effect isn't
And that
much.
is
But
a
also,
wisdom.
so that I have my bonus action available for his spell still, because that's a
And
cantrip.
he is.
just
wisdom.
over it. He's just over it. Well, he takes the psychic poke.
Yeah, he takes the poke.
And that's all
before.
that matters, really, when it comes down to it. And then I'm going to use my my bonus action to cast Healing Word, since that's what cantrips are good for.
And who on?
My brave father, who is harmed severely and unable to make himself suddenly take less damage all of
Okay.
a sudden. So I'm going to cast this a level up from 1
Okay.
to give him a bonus dice.
So you are healed 7 points then, sir.
And then another
Daddy dear.
Give one more, yeah.
4. It's not much, but here you go.
8.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's their turn. All right.
Thank you, my sweet son.
Yeah, I just don't want anyone else
Unless any
dying
of
but
you
me.
are doing anything different, this is going to continue the same way. So, I mean, at this point, it's kind of, there's really no way that it can, at this moment in time, isn't going to change. All right, first one.
Miss.
That's a miss. And the second
Miss.
is also a miss.
Oh, excellent.
Thank God.
It's almost, I mean, it's sad to say, tactically, in one way, it's almost better to leave him up there fighting all by himself.
That's why I
That's
stepped
why
up.
I hit him with what I hit him with.
That's why I stepped
now,
up.
Hey, sweet
What,
boy.
Score? What?
Now what?
What? You've taken our dog. What else do you want?
I don't like it. I quit.
All I'm gonna say is a lot can be said about your family in these moments.
Leaving a
Play to
child
our
up in the front
strengths.
of
Leaving a small child up there by himself. Go on, son.
I gave him
you can
protection
do
from
it.
evil.
Well, here's the thing, though, Gore. I feel like to this point, I've proven myself enough
No,
times.
none
I
of
think.
us are just like, let the kid go die. We're like,
Yeah.
hey, the kid is definitely the most capable.
We'll be there
The
ready
only
to
thing
swoop
we've got.
in if we need, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
kinda.
All right, Gemma.
We're here to support you.
I know it's not traditional, but you know,
Every family looks different, you know?
every
Don't
family
judge
looks
us.
different. Don't judge us. There's no nuclear family within the mild woods, right? It's
Yes.
we're all just kind of
We're all
slap it
cowering behind
together.
a child right now.
It's
the
like-
tiniest among us.
Hey, that 14, 15, 16, 13, 20-year-old kid can do it. Well, at least your sister's
Get him,
backing
Jane.
you up.
The one on the left, I guess.
Okay, same one. So that's throw a 19 on that. Okay. Get a good blast in on it. Octavius.
Okay, so which
So
one
you
is
will
the most
see all
hurt
the
still? The
Balls
one to
of
the
doom
left here.
will
Topmost.
erupt inside of that one.
One
Yeah,
has
okay,
some
then
blood
that's
coming
the
out
one
their
I'm-
face. Okay.
That's the one I'm going after.
Okay.
Oops, not that.
Home Alone strategy. That's it,
Hiya.
Pepper.
18 to hit.
I could just hear him. You guys give up. You thirsty for more.
That hits. Plus 9. 19 total.
Yeah, that's that one done.
Cool. And then I turn to the last one and swing at it again. 14 to hit.
14 will not hit.
No? For a ghost? Fine.
Yeah, sorry. Armored ghosts. Ghost armor.
Whatever.
All right, Seth.
I mean, stepping up and doing the same thing I did last round, multiple attacks over Octavius's little head, right?
Get him, get him, get him.
Yep.
So
You know, it's like a lance.
1, 2,
Ooh, 20 will hit.
Nice.
Yes, yes,
20 will
yes.
hit.
and then Moxie
Yes.
point for 2 bonus attacks.
Nice.
Trying to take this mother out.
Yep.
We're gonna run
damage.
this
That's
one.
a hit.
Damage
is
isn't the
damage.
best, but you know, damage is damage.
Okay.
All
Go.
right, so
I mean, that stacks up a bunch
3
of...
punches and a
That's
dagger
30
slash.
damage, isn't it?
Pierce.
Am I-
Yeah.
am I
He's taking
stupid?
some damage now. Still there, but he is definitely on the closer end to death's door. Douglas
Okay.
has not been hit by Octavius, so you still at the
Okay. Still
disadvantage with
doing
your shooty
Slayer
shooties.
Prey, obviously.
Uh-huh.
And then another attack.
I believe in you. You can save your family. Good damage roll.
I say my family.
Wow.
And then my extra goodies.
That'll be 11. Okay, good shot. Still
hit.
hanging on by a thread, but it is very badly messed up. As you can tell, because it's like lots of bits of it are like falling off.
Cool.
Trip for the win.
Yeah.
Still still.
You know, that's kind of that's what I got. Really, is just continuing to call names. I don't know if a D4 is gonna do it.
You're nothing but a class 1 apparition.
I bet your I bet your CR is probably low.
Class 1 full torso vaporous apparition.
No, I'm just gonna hit him with this base level because I don't have much oomph right now.
Okay, let's roll his save.
Giving him the 1.
Oh, you're giving me the 1. Well, then he
Ooh.
fails.
Nice.
Auto fail. Good job.
Really?
Yeah. So you'll do 9 points of psychic damage.
Oh, well, you're giving him the. Okay. I thought
she's
you were
giving-
giving me the
yeah,
one,
she-
and I'm like, the sibling rivalry.
Funny.
You're putting your
Oh, no.
brother in danger.
I want to kill
Does
it.
it make
My
you
kill.
feel bad?
I want to kill.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
So
Goddamn mandate, baby.
so technically it would have to move away. Unfortunately, you killed it, so it doesn't.
Hey!
It moves
Nice.
away to hell. Oh,
Oh no!
I
now time
whispered.
to
It,
deal with
I
this.
whispered sweet nothings into his ear,
Okay.
and he became sweetly nothing.
The wretched last of the apparitions disappears into the ether. You feel the cold temperature drop or raise just a little.
Yeah.
And the wind kind of settles back to its normal, steady, kind of like subtle breeze that's just chilling you to the bone.
Just gonna turn to my family and be like, "Good work, everybody. That was about as well as that could have gone." I'm gonna like suddenly double over and like cough and be like, "It's great."
Let me see.
Seth, how are those punches fitting for you? Octavius, great work as always. Gemma, you did exactly what you needed to, and Father, great shots. And hey, Whiskey, how about wait?
Why is Whiskey's head over there?
I'm just holding his body right now. Just like, it's okay,
Yeah,
boy.
Trip is gonna collapse next to his dog.
It's okay. It's okay, boy. You're gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Must have something for this.
Dad,
No, he's gonna be all
Dad.
right. He's just,
his head is over there, Dad.
Trip, can you heal? Can you heal him, please? Trip? Can you heal?
Here we go.
He just needs a little bit of time to rest. Right?
Trip is going to walk over and get his head and bring it back for his dad.
I'm just slowly petting him.
Passed away to the beyond.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Was it?
He's a good boy.
Gemma, is there something you can do?
Dude, we gotta help him. Sorry, I'm being yelled
Sure.
at by myself.
Gemma,
I mean, we could probably
Here-
talk with him one
Here's
last
what I
time.
can do. Yes.
Gemma, help him, please.
He's gonna be all right.
I put my
He's
hand
gonna be
on
all right.
him, and I cast Speak with Dead.
Okay.
You want to ask him any questions before he goes over the Rainbow Bridge?
I don't want to.
I mean, he does
Questions.
still have a mouth. It's just.
I don't want to ask him any questions. I'm gonna take his head in my hand and just press his little forehead up to mine. And just be like, "You are a good boy, Whiskey. You are a very, very good boy. Rest easy, my friend." I
Well,
love
you're
you.
not asking many questions, but with the kind of spiritual link that you forged, Whiskey at least can kind of like feel your intentions and feel your warmth and stuff like that. And you kind of get the feeling that he's kind of in a better place. He's at peace.
Does his tail wag a little bit?
Sure. Death switch. But
Alright.
yeah.
And I just kind of lay his head down next to his body, kind of where it should go, I guess. And I'm going to take his ball out of my pocket and look at it.
Okay.
One more game. You've got this. And I'm going to just put it next to him and step back and grab whatever kids are near me, just kind of collapse onto them.
I think it's all of us, yeah.
I think Octavius would go over to Trip and push him. What are you doing? Do something.
I'm just gonna pick him up and hold him really tight. I can't at this point.
What do you mean? You always can fix things. Please do something.
This is one of those time fixes all things kinds of deals. I can immortalize him in song, but I can't immortalize him in life.
Well, what good are you if you can't fix one of our family members?
Octavius, it's all right. Please.
That's what you're supposed to do.
It's not his fault. It's mine. I shouldn't have taken him. I should have left him at home. I should have left all of you at home. This is my fault.
Dad, it was a wedding.
I
We
put
were
you
all
all
invited to.
in danger.
The dog was
Never
invited.
weddings.
You couldn't have
Sorry.
had the foresight for this. If anyone could have, it was Gemma, and frankly, Gemma
So it's her
didn't seem to
fault.
have that spark just yet. I don't know. Gemma's grown a lot, and that's something you should be proud of yourself for. I don't think any of us would be nearly as prepared for this as we are now, had it not been for this ridiculous, awful journey we're on together. But at least we are together on it, and I think Whiskey had the comfort of knowing that, at least, in his last minutes here.
Did hate being left behind.
I don't think he was comfortable about anything.
No, yeah, no, he's a rough dog, but that's why we loved him, right?
Well, you are all kind of, well, some of you at least, are beat up, hurt. It's not that much farther to Argynvostholt. But
Should press on.
do you want to press on, or would you rather rest or
Bury him, but I
Bury
don't
your
wanna
pup,
bury him
or-
here.
I know it's rough, but I want to take him with us. He needs a proper place to rest. Not out here, not where things can eat him. Can't just leave his body like this. He was my best-
Logistically, a little difficult, but
He was my best friend.
Seth can
He
carry the
looked after
bod?
all of you. He was your babysitter. So all of you grew up. I can't leave him here.
I mean, he was kind of like more of a home to me than anything really. I'd come home and you'd have questions, and everybody would have, oh, what's Trip up to? And then it's just like, hey, Trip, watch what I can do. And then Octavius does like a half of a backflip and lands on his head, and then it's just very noisy. And I'm going to miss having at least one quiet confidant.
Without saying anything, Douglas is just going to get up and just scoop up his body and
Okay.
just start shuffling forward,
Alrighty.
hoping that someone else grabs the rest of him.
I'll grab him. I'll grab him.
I'm
Well,
going.
that's as good a place for us to leave it tonight as I think we're gonna find. So, we're right at 10:30, right on the button. So yeah, we're gonna wrap things up there for this evening.
Yeah, but here. Just get that measure. Ah, dagnabbit. Well, time for a beer. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, hello there. It's me, Christy, your D&D dad. I'm here to do all the things that a good D&D dad should do, like mow the lawn, fix some shit, drink a beer, and of course, roll lots of 20s. And if you like all this, can you pan?
Oh, sorry, Dad. Sorry. Yeah, you look good. Yeah.
You should check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Christastics. And if you like D&D content, check out my podcast, New Crits on the Block. Anyway, I love you, my children.
If you're seeing this, that means that I'm back to playing Mondays on How Reroll. My handle is Satchmo on all platforms, and if you follow me, then maybe I can...
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty.
Nothing! Hi, is this my local zoologist? Yes, I'll hold. Hi, local zoologist. Yes, my name is Jane Ivana, and I'm looking for a snake that has a stinger. Yes. I'll hold. You don't have any? Alright, well, if you could look into it, you can contact me on Twitter at Jane on Twitch, that's with a 0. Anytime. Yeah, or you could catch me on my Twitch streams. I stream like once a week on twitch.tv/JaneIvana. Alright, I'll hold. Okay, thank you. Goodbye, local zoologist.
Hey everyone, it's the Snuggler. This year, Jane asked us to go quick on our outros, so I promise I'll go as fast as possible. You're just gonna put all my information on text on the screen, aren't you? Son of a...
Hey, twitch.tv/Shagget here, and I'm trapped in Barovia. I'm hiding in a dingy basement with some art, the art dingy basement, nothing like what you usually see on my webcam when I do streams on How We Roll. And I'm not hiding from Strahd. Believe it or not, he's a pushy Dracula knockoff. He doesn't scare me. I'm not afraid of him. I'm actually hiding from Gorebad, my dungeon master. He's out to kill me. I think finally surviving in 10 campaigns in Arconis throughout his stories, he's snapped because of it. And because of that, he's out to really kill me this time. Contact me at @aneb_convos on Twitter, please. Your support will help keep me alive, keep me on the run, keep my hope alive. I really need to see what happens to Radovan, Emlyn, and Alekma, and all my other characters that I played. I really need to see what happens to them. I'm very curious. Oh shit, I messed up. I really messed up. I think he heard me. He's coming. See ya!
Hi there, I'm Gorebad, and thank you for watching How We Roll. If you'd like to keep up with us when we're not live on Twitch, you can check out our other forms of social media. Follow us on Twitter, @HowWeRoll. You can also follow our Facebook page. You can find the website at www.howweroll.com, and you can also find us on YouTube at, you've guessed it, How We Roll, for an absolute ton of additional content. Also, you can follow the dmblog.com for some DM tips, world building guides, and all things D&D related. Cheers, guys. That was a long walk. Okay, they said Shagget was somewhere here, and the door to where he's hiding was a blue door. So we gotta find a blue door, blue door, blue door, blue door. You're mine now, Shagget.